Hello, and welcome to MorlFortress. I am Morl. This is my fortress, and this is my friend Catbox.
Hello there, Morl. Thank you for inviting me in. I'm looking forward to more success, more harmony, and the eventual appearance of British television personalities on this stream.
Well, I hope that if we do meet any other British television personalities, they are nice, welcoming, kind, and peaceful.
And ideally untainted by lycanthropy.
Yeah. Though if Joanna Lumley had been bitten by, let's say, a radioactive creature, what do you think would suit her the best?
Ooh. She loves to travel.
I guess I'm asking, yes, so what are you thinking, a bird?
Yeah, I was thinking something like a bird, maybe like an eagle.
I think an albatross would suit her.
Yeah. A where albatross? Somewhere in America.
A walbatross.
Wow. Yeah, big bird. Like big bird.
There's a delay on Catbox.
Ooh.
Oh, Catbox, can you try speaking and I can...
I check, 1 2 1 2. She sat upon the balcony, inexplicably hiccuping. She sat upon the mezzanine.
It looks... The less I've heard about mezzanine is probably the better. Catbox looks okay on my end. That's not to say there isn't a delay sort of asserting itself when it's going out on broadcast. How does it look to other people? Bearing in mind there's not a lot I can do about it. What happens if you're bit by the Hulk? I think you just turn into the Hulk, don't you, when you get at full moon? I suppose if you're angry during a full moon, you turn into a Hulk. Otherwise, you turn into Bruce Banner. And Bruce Banner's like, oh, it's midnight. I better work out how to stop being the Hulk. But then he just turns back into you. So I guess he's like, I better learn how to stop turning into that guy.
Yeah,
he goes, well...
You've consolidated his problems into one transformational problem.
Well, I think Bruce would start to conceive his problem differently. He's like, well, if I get angry, I turn into the Hulk. But if I stay calm, I turn into this guy.
So he's kind of, he's screwed one way or another, isn't he?
Yeah, because you never conceive of yourself as the transformation. Presumably, like werewolves, they're like, oh God, when the full moon ends, I turn into just some guy who can't even fight. I turn into this really weak, hairless thing. Welcome to MorlFortress. This is a Dwarf Fortress long play with every major decision guided by you. A community that at first knew very little about Dwarf Fortress, but now is gaining expertise at a rate of knots. Last episode, you gave us some long-term objectives. Sadly, and to my eternal dismay, it was a four-way tie between the following.
Maclineth Comedy Festival must be rebuilt. Learn necromancy to revive the bones of the giant rhesus macaque, Captain Tom.
Yeah.
Tame a god. And the most difficult of these...
By far the most difficult.
This is a list that involves subjugating a deity.
Yeah.
Is get Joanna Lumley on the stream.
And I would sooner subjugate a deity than have to deal with
anyone's representation.
London talent agencies.
Avalon would have our kidneys for this.
Oh, but it's worse. I know Avalon gets a lot of rep as being like one of the big churning through talent style agencies. But I believe, I've done some research into this, but Joanna's with one of these boutique agencies. So there's going to be an actual individual with her case file and her bookings who's going to drive the price into the roof and just isn't going to see the value of appearing on a Dwarf Fortress stream. It's not even like, one of those massive agencies where they don't really care and you could sort of trick them. I think it's going to be like one or two people who rent out a small office in London who actually know what they're talking about.
I was going to say, I feel like this is an opportunity because the chances of this person, this agent, being someone's nephew, I think has grown exponentially, finding out it's a small agency.
Yeah. That's true.
All we need to do is find the relative aunt or uncle that can put us in, some sort of bistro environment, maybe, with this agent.
Yeah.
I think we could get them on board. If this was
Well, that's
if
it.
this was corporate, I don't think we'd have a chance. I don't think two up and
You
comers,
are right.
with nothing but a dream and a stream, they're gonna laugh us out
Yeah.
of town. Just two silhouette
Yes.
labindles.
I think we need to come at the Lumley problem through two prongs. One is the slow and steady, cautious route, which is slowly network our way in. And then the other one is blind punts, just blind shot in the darks. Will this make Joanna Lumley notice us?
Do you think we could get anyone on the way to Joanna? Do you think if we just kept saying like, "Hey, can you get Joanna Lumley?" Eventually, someone's going to say, "No, but you can have Michael Portillo as like a way of placating us." If we get close enough, do you think they're going to throw us?
Yeah, if you move the stream to kick, you could get Adrian Edmondson. But anyway, that's a long-term goal. These are all long-term goals. We're still living in a burgeoning fortress, and we must live day to day. Can I just check in with people? Because there have been some mentions that the audio is completely desynced. I just need to check if that's true for like a couple of people, or everyone's experience is that our mouth movements have no relationship to the sound you're hearing, or rather the relationship is. If it's okay on anyone's end, then that means it's okay, right?
Yes.
Like if anyone's got it in sync, then that means the broadcast is going out fine. Yeah, the majority of people have it fine. I think the people who are witnessing a desync, you're going to have to refresh.
They're on a bad server. Amazon have given you one of their worst servers, their dingiest, stickiest little servers.
Don't let Bezos reroute you through Luxembourg. It's happened to all of us. Don't stand for it.
It's mad that it's just me. I guess I'll have a little bit of a delay, won't I? That makes sense.
You will, but
I'm coming to you and then to them.
Well, at the same time, I've got a monitor. I don't want to spend too long on this, and yet I will spend a little bit of time on it. The way you appear on my monitor and my screen should be a near perfect reflection of how you get broadcast. And if I'm hearing you, seeing like the visualization of your audio and seeing your mouth move roughly at the same time, it should be like that for the people on the other end.
The people are speaking. While you head into the game, I'm going to reconnect to video, and hopefully that will do something.
Okay. Yeah. All right. In the meantime, let's load in. We're going to continue our active game in the oracular dimension. We're going to swallow the romance, which is the encampment where the glitter of Mother lives, and we're going to see how they are getting on. I have afforded myself a little sneak of doing some little extra bits between the streams, but I gave myself the restriction that I couldn't unpause the game. I've simply put some orders into the fortress, which will do some boring stuff that we don't want to deal with, and hopefully that means they'll just be getting on and doing it when I unpause. So here we are back at the Wicker Person. We do have this alert here that Joanna Lumley. Who let me write that? Someone was asleep at the wheel here. Why was I?
I think we were giving ourselves plausible deniability. Do you have to let me in the room, Sean?
Burning her. No. Oh, but you may have reappeared as like a new token. So let me just.
Sorry.
I think you're on a completely different room. If you don't see my stream, you've just gone somewhere else. Make sure that you've put everything in case sensitively perfect.
Will do.
And you should re-arrive. Okay, Joanna Lumley is gone. She also just became a militia captain. Bin City Rolbert. Is that a person? Have we got a person called Bin City Rolbert? When did we get that? Charcoal's been completed. Joanna Lumley is considered dead. Oh, they haven't found her body, but she's been gone long enough to be considered dead. John Cage has made a masterwork cage, of course, because John Cage is making 433 wooden cages, of which we can see quite a few here as well. If you go down to this layer here, you can see that actually he's also made about 50 cages here too. I am going to dig out this area here, and this is going to be used for animal breeding and training, because at the moment we've just got them all to pasture, and the ducks keep biting the yaks, and the yaks keep biting the Shiba Inu, and the Shiba Inu keeps biting a mountain gnome, and it's causing a problem. Are there any new wheel things? Yes, of course. I may go over that in. Well, Catbox will join at some point, but in the meantime,
He's joining.
There's only.
He's joining his best.
Oh, I'm not hurrying you. I'm just thinking aloud.
Okay.
You join in your own time. I see you. I'm replacing you.
Oh.
And you should appear. You should appear. Here we go. Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome. Okay, shall we look at the wheel?
Yes. Let's break it down.
Normally we add a whole bunch of new things, but there were so many things left on the wheel that we limited ourselves to one new thing. But for everyone's benefit, we should go over everything. If anyone donates to the stream, they can rename a dwarf, and any donations over £3 Great British pounds, you can also get a spin on the wheel. Or you could add something to the wheel. If you don't know if something's plausible, just message me or Catbox, and we'll do our darndest to let you know. Catbox still not synced. Is it by how much? Is it watchable? There's a limit to what we can do on that front.
Yeah, I've tried the one thing I could think of, and I'm all out of ideas.
Well, the other idea is that we allow your audio to come through 3D, to come through VDO.
Okay. Let's try that one.
So if you mute yourself on Discord.
Beep, beep.
And then... Okay, talk now.
Check, check, 1 2 1 2.
Okay, that's good. You came in a bit too loud there, but...
Joanna Lumney. Joanna Lumney.
I thought it was watchable before, but I was just letting you know. Oh, so it's not a problem? Oh, okay. So why am I fixing it? Why am I being told about it? If it's not an issue, why is everyone telling me?
Well, it's for our benefit. We like a fancy setup. Yeah, Discord like.
I think now this is introduced. Oh, maybe it's not. I thought I could hear myself through your setup. 1 2. Hello, Sean's voice.
Yeah. Okay, you getting any Sean?
We're all good. We're clean. We're nice. We're friends, and we're friends. You guys and me. We're friends. But in future, if you do tell me there's a problem, I will stop everything and fix it. So keep that in mind when you're weighing that up.
Yeah, we're both quite problem fixated people, actually. we do like.
Well, no, Burnzoid, I don't mind fixing it if it's causing a problem. But if it's not worth fixing, and you tell me there's a problem, and I'm sort of halfway through to fixing it, and then you say, don't bother fixing it. I feel like I've sunk some time into something for no reason. I don't mind fixing it.
It's trolley problem. You're hitting that lever, and then we're heading towards mucking around with this. Regardless, that's just the direction we're gonna go. And then at that point, your hands could be off the lever. We're gonna fixate. You know?
I love a trolley problem.
A trolley problem.
A trolley problem. I love trolleying through the 3 people, and then when I come back, I make sure I get the 4th guy as well.
Yeah, that's what they don't show you, is at the end, it loops back around.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the guy with, where did that meme come from that there's a guy with a mustache tying people to train tracks?
I wouldn't call this is like, it's funny to call that a meme. I think it comes from Keystone Cops.
Okay.
You familiar with that?
It is a reference. Yeah. I thought it was something that people had concocted,
What do you
like
mean?
evil kings and
It
wicked
was a thing from
stepmothers.
like old black and white slapstick comedy stuff.
Yeah, but I assume they drew on existing. You know what I mean? They drew on some like
What, like an
existing.
existing genuine history of tying people to railroad tracks? I mean,
Yeah,
it may have been
like
an
one
execution
guy.
method in the Wild West, I suppose. If you're like properly out in the gold rush boonies and you need to kill someone, and all you have is the freight train that comes past, well, better make sure they're lying on the tracks.
You think like a load of evil doers spent a lot of time, getting people to have picnics on the tracks and waiting, going, "Oh God, it's just not
Oh
enough
yeah,
trains
just
to make this
putting money
viable."
on the tracks.
Molasses,
Yeah, just putting a
tar,
few dollars
scented
on top of
sticky.
a bear trap. The wheel. If anyone does get a chance to spin the wheel, the reason we didn't add too many new things is because it is already.
Chocker.
It says 12, but it's going to scroll up to reveal that there's, I think, 18 separate things on it. Yeah, there's 18 separate things on it. So Splash Club is the new one is added. I would love to plumb in and create a swimming pool for the dwarves. Whether this could also be part of a real Doltan, whether this can also be part of Plumber's Mate, we'll see. Catbox, do you want to explain the next one and we'll alternate through them?
Yeah, Overseer. We'll summon someone from the chat to work as a overseer, overseeing what me and Sean are doing in the fortress. That means that someone will have control, and we and we will be blameless for whatever happens next for a short period of time, relative to our whole lives. Goblin mode. Some goblins will end up in the bedroom. I've just took 2. There's one for you, Sean.
One of us, we can tame one of anything that's currently visible to us on the map and make it part of our fortress. If it's an animal, it will be tamed. And if it is a person, it will just switch to being part of our allegiance.
Yeah, some complicated dwarven visa system, and then they're fully naturalized. Nightmare Daydream will summon a creature from our nightmares, and I think we'll also tame it.
Yeah, that
Remember
nightmare
correctly?
will be a daydream for us because it will be one of our friends. Matchmaker, we will force. I don't know the word force, but we will use memory manipulation to make 2 dwarves fall in love, and they will immediately start a relationship.
I like to imagine it as like Take Me Out or something. Like it's the menu represents some sort of game show, like Cilla Black, and everyone in a very real sense is consented to be there. Build Real Doltan will create a royal dolphin reliquary, a place to store a dolphin in the manner to which it should be accustomed, one would hope.
Next up is make a dwarf a bear pope. A dwarf is transformed into a bear that is the pope. That one's very straightforward.
Ocean's N, where N is a number between 1 and 10, we will send that many dwarves out to perform a heist.
Dark Academia, we will perform a heist, but it will be specifically against a necromancer to gain a book with the knowledge of life and death. This will actually unlock necromancy, which in turn will help us with our 4th objective on this list, to resurrect Captain Tom.
Yeah, very much a jackpot now. What was originally conceived of as being a terrible thing to happen.
Yeah, stupid idea. Now it's necessary.
Plumber's Mate, we will plumb the fortress. We'll have to figure out how to make that work, but running water necessarily will be part of it.
Mm-hmm. Prison Planet, we will build a dungeon so that we can start imprisoning. Maybe we'll also throw a dwarf in the prison just to show that it works. Ooh. You can vote on who's the most criminal.
The Tower of Babybel, we will build a tower and stock it with cheese.
Which we then can't eat because the dwarves are vegan now. Indiana Jonesing, we will build a trap corridor for any would-be thieves to be eliminated by. We will consult chat in its design and its setup.
Brainwash wrecked. We will brainwash someone until their brain becomes wrecked.
Yep. Berlin Wall, we will divide the entire map in half with a gigantic wall. This won't provide much fortification unless our enemies happen to arrive on the other side of that wall. Which there's
50,
not... Yeah.
50-50, we're protected, basically. We're flipping a coin. And Sean, shamefully, I can't remember what bin day is.
D-Dan asked us to add it. And when it comes up, we'll work out what it means.
Okay. I mean, I've put the recycling out, but just in case, you know.
And then lastly, Fling. We have created a trebuchet, but we haven't shown it off. So if Fling comes up, you can vote on a thing that we will fling. Flinging really damages things, so don't put a dwarf on it unless you definitely are okay with them dying.
Yeah, we did spend a little bit of time last episode explaining dwarven physics, which are, rather than laws, are more guidelines. Things can happen that aren't supposed to happen.
Yeah. And just to try and explain this again, because I didn't feel like I did a great job last time, the drawbridge we'd be using as a trebuchet has two states, down and up. And when it stops being down, it is up in like the next instant of time. So imagine that as speed applied to your body. And then imagine that as potential gravity as you then land back on the trebuchet. Or in a tree. Dwarves can get stuck in trees remarkably easily. And they could often just die up there because they're quite squat. They're not great at climbing. And often they've got a choice between falling down and dying or just staying on the tree and starving. And they could choose either.
They quite often choose the latter.
Yeah.
And some unfortunate lumberjack suddenly gets a rain of bones 2 years down the line.
Yeah. Or that it attracts carrion birds and things that eat flesh at night, and that's its own problem. So that is the wheel. I don't think we're in a sort of blessed position where there's nothing terribly complicated to administrate. I can go over my plan for what I think should happen now. I'm going to unpause as well so that things can happen. We happy for me to unpause?
Yes. Let's time flow again. There's a big...
Okay.
I see a lot of designations here, Sean.
Yes, I am designated a big dig out here. For one reason... Oh, actually... Well, one, they'll dig it out real quick because it's just clay.
It's
right?
dirt, yeah.
And then I want to spread fungus all over it. And then I want to build enclosures for all our different animals so that we can have a... Do you know what I was saying earlier? The geese are biting. Look, there's even fights here. Look, the duck is fighting. The boar is fighting. The goose, Derek, is fighting. Blorkins McBortles is fighting. Oracle of Truth is fighting. The pug is fighting. The Dashant Chauncey is fighting. Jim Reception is fighting. The gander is fighting. All the animals are biting each other. So we desperately need to separate them out. I think they're fighting each other. What's the Dashant fighting? Yeah, I think the Dashans are just fighting each other. Then they're fighting the hens, and then they're fighting the Shiba Inu. Then they're fighting the duck. Then they're fighting. It's battle royale in the pasture. So we're going to dig this out. I've told the dwarves to make some bricks, and we'll just wall off some different pastures for them.
That'd be nice.
I think we should also make some. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, could we stick a little order for some nest boxes in then?
Nest box is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we could maybe have some baby ducks, some Ryan Goslings. What a treat that would be.
We can make some wooden. Let's make 10 wooden nest boxes.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is clay, so they can just slide through it like butter. Oh, an animal has grown up. All the pacer trains have grown up. Oh no. An elven caravan has arrived. Okay.
Okay, hide all the logs.
Yes. While I set that up, do you want to explain why elves can be a bit finicky?
Yeah. So there's there's several races in Dwarf Fortress. The goblins tend to be very hostile. The humans tend to be friendly. The elves sit in between the two, and they are one of the few races with well articulated morality. They don't like it when you use animal products. They don't like it when you chop down trees, and they'll let you know. They'll open up diplomatic negotiations with you and say, "Stop doing this." And if you annoy them enough, they will go to war with you over you chopping down trees. That's right. Resource scarcity has reached Dwarf Fortress. The
And it
Amazon
can
is
be a
here.
real problem. It is very easy when you're just starting out to kind of forget what contains wood. It's not just logs and it's not just like a wooden
Yes,
hoe. It's also like I keep forgetting what some of the weird edge cases are.
bins,
Whether
barrels, anything
yes,
made with charcoal. Quite often, if you've told the dwarves to decorate anything with shell or bone or leather, they
yeah,
spot any of that. That's it. You're in trouble. And you can very easily sell them something that they then say this is offensive to us, and then that's it. Diplomatic negotiations are gone. The other thing about elves is yeah, we can't send them. we can't show them oracle meat. We can't show them the crowns.
yeah. Our
Um,
problem is because we haven't got metal up and running. We don't have a lot of resistant materials that's like pliable into stuff. So bins, they're always made of wood, and the thing that we sell that we've created specifically to sell, although it's hard to sell them because dwarves keep wearing them, is the shell crowns. But we're keeping them in wooden bins. And due to a, a finicky nature of how Dwarf Fortress lets you specify parts of your stock, is like we can only bring them as a wooden bin. So the elves see that and they're like, oh, you've slaughtered these creatures to make crowns, which actually they're okay with, I think. I think they don't mind animal byproducts being turned into helmets, but you've put them in a wooden box and now you've
that's it.
lost reputation with us.
Mm. And the elvish diplomacy, there's a little delay that they've added to the game where you can't just get immediately invaded by goblins, even if you embark right next to a goblin capital.
Yeah.
The elven diplomacy skips that process, so you can get absolutely hammered with elves way before you're prepared for them, in a way that's simply not true with goblins.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to
So
shrink us both so that we can play this bartering game a bit better. Hello, Wimp Duck. We want soap.
I think even goblin bones. Any bones, they just don't like it when you make stuff out of living creatures.
If we bought these rough gems, we could turn these over. We could turn these over and make a killing on these rough gems. We don't have a lot of gems at the moment.
Are these to buy or to sell?
These are to buy, aren't they?
To buy.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Broker requested at depot. Sorry, I was looking at our own stuff, being like, "Oh, I'll buy this. I'll buy this. This is your.
I love all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
this
is
is exactly the sort of stuff I'd love to own.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'd have in my fortress. Okay, that was embarrassing.
I do like that they head by the Weatherspoons Dr. Plem refreshment zone on their way to the trading zone. That really pleases me. Oh.
One of our ducks has been killed. We need to move these animals around. I'm just going to do... is it death cause? Yeah. Yeah, Dashend killed the duck. We need to separate these animals out. So I'm going to...
Dashend killed the duck.
Dashend killed the duck. Can we DKTD in the chat for Dashend killed the duck? I'm going to just quickly separate all the dogs out now. This is just an interim pasture until we can get this sorted out. Because honestly, I don't know who's caused it. I'm like a teacher who's arrived like halfway into playtime and everyone's scrapping. I don't know who's really to blame, but you all need to be in separate classrooms.
You could just depen the dogs, though. The dogs don't need to be on arable land to survive.
Do you know what? Yeah, the dogs are loose. You're right.
You're right. Loose the dogs.
Okay. If our problem is that dogs keep biting everyone, we should loose them. That sounds balmy to me, but we'll give it a go.
Well, it
You know,
just-
we'll see
it
how
means
it
they're
pans
less-
out. Shall I
think
loose
it's
the
'cause they-
pigs as well?
Yeah, you can loose the pigs actually. Yeah, the pigs are
Yeah,
fine to
all
loose as well.
So the dogs are loose, the pigs are loose.
The dog.
Okay, the dogs are loose, and I'm going to see if
look
they
at them
keep
just-
fighting. I think they're going to keep fighting.
Well, you imagine
One of the
there's some sort
Dachshunds
of
is ill.
Drake dog vendetta. It's developed.
Well, if someone's in the middle of the fight and I tell one of the people in the fight you are free to leave, I think they might continue the fight.
I've heard of Drake beef, but this is getting ridiculous.
That's really good. That's really
yeah.
good. That's so
Clip
sharp when dealing with. Yeah, clip that. This guy saw a duck having a fight and he knew just what to say. It was relevant. It was quick.
Let me do an Ian Hislop look around. Like, did I say that?
Well, just something I could say. Just one of mine. Oh,
I
Chauncey.
Pre-write. Oh,
The moment the dogs have been let loose, everything's giving birth. Chauncey's given birth, a ewe has given birth, and then 2 of the Dachshunds, which are Chauncey's pups, have grown up and now given birth to their own pups. So we're actually getting an exponential amount of Dachshunds, and I do think we should probably geld some of them.
okay, yeah, probably.
But I will worry about
Makes
it once
it
they've got their
easier
own
to
little
handle.
places to live. I think see this this stockpile here, which is mostly cages that John Cage is making. I'm going to try and move the cage stockpile and like to the floor below so that it's not clogging up visually. Migrants.
Yeah, the Dachshund
This is
pits.
just what we need.
Oh, wonderful! You can zoom. Could we zoom in to see them arriving on the map?
Yeah, they're just over here. Here's our new buddies. Here's Cadol. Here is Asmel, an animal dissector. Great. I hope you want to
Perfect.
dissect some Dachshunds. We've got slightly too many. Okay, that's 2, 3. That's a train. One of them's brought a Plem. We've got a stray war Plem. One has a can of Dr. Plem that has been optimized for warfare. So that is very good, although it is clumsy.
I don't think
Gelding
war's
is
there.
just when you neuter an animal. It's just when you cut off a male animal's reproductive sacs.
It's some of that lovely Dr. Plem,
Multiple?
and I'm just so glad to be drinking it.
You can't leave one. It will breed. One
No,
of them's
it's
brought a
also-
Plem. One of them has tamed a train and it has it as a pet. One of
And it's
these,
got a name.
yeah,
Oh,
that is so good. I didn't know you could even tame Plems. We'll have to work out if gelding an animal is vegan. Oh, that's so good. I didn't know you could tame a train. Oh, there you go. Meng. That's a contraction of Mudeng. What did you just bring? Oh, a puppy.
Oh.
What kind of dog is
Oh.
that? It's like a sniffer. What kind of breed
yeah,
is this?
Bloodhound, maybe.
Bloodhound. Oh, the turkeys are fighting the yaks. We need to get these animals split up.
All right, okay.
Is that everyone? Oh my god, this is so big. One that's brought a donkey. We got a donkey with us. And one that's brought
thought-
a keet. We've got a keet.
I imagine that the raft of animal births was like a real vote of confidence in our animal care
Oh
policy.
my god.
but
This
Wow, that-
migrant influx might double our population.
It has doubled. We were on 18 before. We're on 39 now.
I haven't seen such a large migrant wave proportional to the amount of dwarves in a colony ever. That is a huge migrant wave. Like they need bed. Like we don't have enough living space for all
Yeah.
these people. I'm just going to build a new wing of bedrooms then, and then I guess JB Smooth can get on with smoothing it.
Did we not? Is JB Smooth allowed to smooth or not allowed to smooth? Can't remember
JB
where we
Smooth is
landed.
only allowed to smooth. No, Bread Santa's very strict on this. JB Smooth is just someone who only smooths, and I think that And I think that suits me because I kick up a fuss when we delegate all of our dwarves to smoothing. So having just one smoothie dwarf who's at least
Hmm.
good at it, that suits me just fine, I think.
I like to think of smoothing as a communal activity. Everyone gets in the cave, they get their palms out, and they just start rubbing them on the walls, which canonically is how they smooth them.
Well, I'm sure that's okay for the people who like smoothing, but I never liked smoothing growing up. I'd hate having to get up on smoothing day and rub the walls down with
Ugh.
what is it, brushes and What do you use to smooth a wall? What do you imagine's
The
happening with
dwarves,
your
the dwarves
hands?
use their hands. The dwarves
What
use their
just what
hands.
with pure pressure, just
Yeah,
smoothing it out?
they've got rough hands and they smooth. Like the
Oh,
guy on
that's
TikTok who uses dog
dreadful.
medicine on his hands. Do you know how
That's
they fish? Do you know how dwarves fish?
Oh, I assume they used a rod, but I'm going to learn it's because they've got rough hands. They use pure
No.
friction.
The dwarves. This is like deep toady one lore about the way the game works or the way you imagined it. The dwarves have just usually got a bit of food in their hair or their beards, so they just
Oh
dip that in the
no.
water and they wait until they feel something pull, and then they yank out. And that's why fish can pull dwarves into the water when they try and catch them.
Right, if the fish
It's
is just
less.
heavier than the dwarf gets pulled under. Is that
Yeah,
how I should understand it?
they've balanced it so it's a lot less common now. It's like only going to happen on the sea when like a bluefin tuna comes by or something, or a
Uh-huh.
marlin. But it used to be that like sea bass were just murdering half your dwarves every time you sent them out to fish, and that was just because their dwarves were fishing with their hair and beards.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. I've allowed
It was.
some dwarves to smart mine for gems. That will cause
Mhm.
us some problems, but we'll fix it again afterwards. It
Yeah,
just mean Oh yeah,
probably
the
fill
elves.
those
The
holes.
elves. It's time to actually trade with the elves now. So what do
We want to move some stuff to. Oh, so we've
yeah.
got a bin full of yak soap.
We're not selling our anvil, that's mad.
Mhm.
We're not selling our yak soap, we need that for the
We've got
hospital.
we've
What
got a
do we
lot of soap though. Wow.
you
We
forgot
can't
to
send them
add
beds.
you forgot to add
Uh,
entrances to some of the dwarves' new bedrooms? Nope, that's not true. Look again. Oh no,
yes,
you're
top
right.
top row.
Oh, that was me getting smug, being like, Jack got it wrong. No, it's never that way around, is it? Um what can we possibly sell the
Did we
elves
make
that
some stuff
isn't
out of stone anywhere? There you go. Some coffers. We could
Oh, okay. Coffers, boxes.
coffins,
I mean, I
coffers and
could sell the
coffins.
coffers. They're not worth very much.
They're not worth nothing though. Look, one of them's worth 40-ish.
40's nothing. We want to be turning over thousands here. Do you want
The
some doors?
I mean,
No.
I don't know what else we can morally offer them that they'll
They're
accept.
awful to trade with, but they'll accept. We don't have anything valuable that's in a
Leather
bag.
bags.
All of our barrels obviously are made of wood. Our beds are obviously made of wood. All of our bins that are actual good stuff, we can't. I don't think we can trade with them.
It might be, Sean. It might be worth
We should make
sending a
some
couple
metal
of finished
bins.
good bins in there in case we've got like some odd stone goblets or something that are lying in there that we can sell them. Because we don't
Well, we
have to
can
trade them. We can
we
we can
can sell
pick
them. Give
individual.
them some turtle shell crowns.
No, we can't. They get
Oh,
miles.
oh, they don't like that because they're vegan.
No, they won't like that. They won't like that.
Oh, all right.
Give them some of our iron.
I'm not giving them our iron. We've only just got it. We've only just made iron, and I would give it to some elves because they don't like wood.
Oh, that's a good point. Do you know what? We need to find out what they've got first. Because if
They're
all
gonna
they've got
have.
is a load of pretend wooden weapons, I'm not
Yeah,
interested anyway.
they've got some memo, which is the name of a instrument that looks like a panpipe. They've got a puzzle box which children like to play with, although it's not that
Mhm.
useful. They've got some toy boats. Again, they've got a donkey. Oh, they're selling a crocodile and a weasel. They're selling a crocodile and a weasel cat box.
Oh, okay. So weasel affordable,
Yeah, very
crocodile.
affordable, quite
We're
expensive.
like we've got a weasel now. Let's just take that as given. Crocodile expensive though. That's problematic.
Oh, but they can make stuff out of wood. Oh, but
They've
they can
grown
make
it.
a willow spear.
They've grown it, Sean. They've grown it out of a
Ugh.
tree. They've shaped it. You know, like those pumpkins where people put them in a press and it comes out like a head shape or something.
Yeah. I want
They've
this
done that.
fruit. It's not that expensive. Can we just get fruit? Can we just get fruit and a ferret, please?
Fruit and a weasel.
Is it
I'm
a
just going to the
weasel?
shop. Just going to the shop. Oh,
Yeah.
we're just
Can you get us
excited to
anything?
see, to add to our menagerie.
Well, yeah. Why are they good? I don't know if they are really.
They're not.
They're good because I want them, I suppose.
There's a game mechanics argument, which is that dwarves get a huge mood boost when they see their favorite things. So, like a favorite material or a favorite animal. And in practice, it means that like 3 of your dwarves are just happy all the time because you just so happen to embark on a place that's made out of their favorite stone.
Yeah,
there's a
it's very
chance
hard
that-
to like. Yeah.
There's a chance that one of our dwarves will see this weasel and go, "Do you know what? I don't care about the fact that my friends got hurt in the pub digging fiasco.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm not
care about
scared
the
of
giant
the.
animals."
Yeah. I'm no longer scared because I saw a weasel, and that happens to be my favorite thing in the world. Just have to hope that's plausible.
Yeah, dwarves have special interests, and that's valid.
This will be for gems. We haven't got a gem workshop yet, but we will there at some point. Okay, can anyone here mine that I could say, like, you mine now? We got so much mining that needs doing. Oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
restrict the miners to mining. You're a legendary miner. You're an expert miner. You're competent. Then you're just restricted to mining. Good. That'll help us.
That'll keep us on.
Yak's given birth. There's our what was it? Youth center.
Yeah, the Bay City Rollers.
And it was set as a burrow for like one dwarf. Was it? How do I see burrows now? Yeah, there it is. It's set as a burrow for the one dwarf, the Bay City Rollers. So it's just told that dwarf, you're supposed to be over there. Where is that dwarf now? Marge Hadron Collider. Oh, she's off playing.
Yeah, just having a nice time.
Just playing by the trading depot.
There's a couple of youths.
Okay, I think we can trade now.
Here we go. Yeah,
Okay.
one coffer for one weasel. Easy deal.
Yeah, this isn't so bad. And then the other thing we want is just this fruit, because we can brew this fruit into fruit beer, and the dwarves will love that. Okay, if we sell them all our coffers, and we can make more coffers in a flash, it's just made of rock, buddy.
What's up?
That's what the walls are made of, so this is not an issue for us.
I mean, it's close. 132.
Yeah, they might accept it though. Normally they don't accept, like, you're not looking for parity. You're not looking to like buy the thing. You're looking to offer so much that the trader makes enough of a profit that coming here in the first place was a good idea. So let's see.
Okay.
Proceed. Brilliant. Great.
We did it.
We got fruit and a weasel.
Look at the top of that finished goods bin though, Sean. Someone's brought a book in one of the migrant waves in their like inventory.
Where am I looking?
It'll be in the inventory of this building. If you scroll down, there'll be a bin. If you go back into the trade panel, actually, it's probably quicker.
You mean move goods from depot lets us see through our stocks, though, right?
Yes, just click on the trades doofer. Pete, the dwarves are well. We're just trying to get the dash huns. Yeah,
about the
someone's brought a
hamlet.
book.
How do I see more about this? If I go into my stocks, I can find it, right? Books. Oh. It's not books, is it a codex?
It's not been counted. Oh, could be.
Or is it called a codex? Codices, yeah, about the hamlet.
And then if you... Oh, the Gongwee's here.
Oh, we have a raid. Welcome, the Gongwee. Welcome, raiders. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all feeling strong. How was the stream? A big shout out to the Gongwee. Very good streamer, a very nice person. What were you all up to? How did it go? And how do you now feel in the aftermath? We are just playing some Dwarf Fortress. Perhaps you are familiar with it. We're doing a long play. Every major decision decided by chat and also co-hosted here by my beautiful friend Catbox. Oh, the remake? Remake or OG? How is it going?
We're love to see, love to hear it. Gongwi, I don't think you should be afraid to put that energy out into the universe.
Yeah. You should say I absolutely murdered this game. Yeah. You should say I brutalized this game.
That's what a lot of single-player games are missing. They're missing a lobby where you can mouth off in them.
Yeah. They should make, a Hideo Kojima-style Strand game, but rather than leaving ladders down, it's just the shit talk from other players. You're just walking along a beautiful stream carrying a baby through a ghost valley, and on the wall someone's written like "Sicka Blayat." And it just gets you down. It just robs you of your motivation to continue. In our Dwarven Fortress, we've just had a wave of migrants, and one of them's brought a book called About the Hamlet, so we were just about to see what that is. It is a 102-page guide entitled About the Hamlet. It concerns the Hamlet strap ruled. Overall, the prose is not awful, but it's not very good either. There we go. That's the one book in the entire fortress. It's a mediocre novella
it's just
about
a travel
Hamlet.
guide. Can we find strap ruled in the world map? Can we find out where that is?
I could have a go. Where's strap ruled then? Can you search? Is there a possible way of searching?
I thought you could search. Were they big legs or little legs?
Civilizations?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'd have to like float.
Yeah, I don't know how to see like all the little all like the little cities of a civilization, but presumably somewhere is strap ruled, and in that there's a hamlet.
Ooh. While you were in that menu there, it had a little reminder of what they asked for us to make from the Dwarven government. Should be good to remind ourselves of.
Oh, is that true?
Some of those big mullions, yeah.
Where do I click? In civilizations and in here?
Yeah. So if you click on civilizations,
yeah,
and then you
done.
can go up to one of the ones we're at peace with, like the Dwarven one, As and Zaz.
Oh. The Gravel of Crystals is going to bring us iron bars. And why have we asked for sheet and toys?
No. They want to buy sheets and toys from us.
Let's make some toys. Let's make some toys.
Another quick stop before you go on.
All right, I want to make toys. All right.
It's all right. I was just going to say that their king is also a soap maker.
Oh, let's not make him soap. Well, we can't make him soap then. I'm not sending bad. I'm not sending bad soap to the soap kingdom.
He might be like a hobbyist soap maker. I think by definition he is if you're a monarch. Can you have a job if you're a king?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you actually be employed if you're the king?
Can you actually? If King Charles wanted to work at
Macca's.
If he wanted to work at DFS, are they allowed to sign him up? I know that they'd be in the back being like, we shouldn't do this. There's absolutely no way this is going to help our particular shop of DFS.
If nothing else, just sorting out the rota around his official engagement would be really difficult.
He's not going to
his annual leave
Gene
really
tipped
quickly.
£4. Spin and name the weasel words and deeds.
We have a donation. Thank you very much, Jim Reception. Please spin and name the weasel words and deeds. That's very good. What we could do just before we do that. Hello, Ash Flaps. We could make the toys out of Billen, which I believe is the heaviest metal you can use. So we could make the heaviest possible toys.
Strong children.
It would make you very strong, wouldn't it?
Strong.
Should we build 10 Billen toys?
Yeah. Is it 1 bar per toy?
Yeah. But it'll be worth it. I don't know if it will be worth it. Oh, hang on. A metalworking question just before we do this weasel thing. I'm currently smelting the metal, but we need another workshop to turn that metal into something, right?
Yeah, we need a.
So we need a.
forge. We need a. Dunk, dunk.
Well, no, I think a metalsmith is what we need, right? And that already is a
That's the one.
forge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll build. We probably
You know that
will.
thing I said?
Yeah, ignore it.
Just ignore it, yeah, and do the one that you said.
Okay, cool. Do you know what? I'm gonna make some anvils as well, so that when it comes to it, we can. Or maybe I'll just put that at. It can reproduce itself, right? Once we have a metalsmith, we could get it to make an anvil and use that anvil to make another metalsmith. Great, perfect. Oh, has someone been crying here? Annis's tears. Annis, can you F off? I completely forgot we've got one dwarf that won't stop crying. Okay, let's find this weasel. We probably should pop the weasel. Didn't mean to say pop the weasels. We probably should place the weasel.
Like the Manchurian candidate, that phrase just came out here.
Can the weasel live with the dogs?
Pit. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And then if we go into our pets and livestock, I think the weasel should be listed here now. Or maybe not yet. Maybe when it's not stops being caged, it starts to be considered part of our... Oh, there it is. Stray weasel called Words and Deeds. And then are you ready to do a spin?
Yes. Spin, spin, spin to win.
Okay.
Cool.
Matchmaker.
Nice.
Okay. In which case, we'll go quickly through who we have, and then we can decide who's going to form a relationship. So we have many new dwarves that we haven't met before. In fact, they make up now the majority of our fortress. But I'll just go through from the top. We have Cock and Balls. Cock and Balls received a lot of damage to their liver during the cave-in of the Toby Carvery. We have Lorbam Adinlal. I think they've been with us since a while because they're wearing a few crowns. We've got Annis, they, them. John Cage. We've got Bim, the legendary carpenter. Gomelon, our best dwarf. JB Smooth. Bread.
Rough hands.
Fickod. Yeah.
Fickle Fickod.
Please continue.
Asmel. Bin City Rollbird. Stinhild. Stinhad.
Stinford.
Stinford. Kogan. Zaneg. Lorbam. Do you know what? We've talked about Lorbam a lot.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Lorbam settle down. Is Lorbam single?
Oh, yeah. Some of these people might be in relationships.
Yeah, Lorbam's got no relationship. Their only friend is an elf merchant and a child.
Yeah. Well, no, not even a friend.
Just a person.
They only know two people in the world, and that is the merchant who's just come to town and a child who arrived just yesterday. So they have quite a lonely life, I think it's fair to say. That was Lorbam. There's Zuthan, Cadul, Meng, Atir, Nish, Edim, Litast, Tossed, Sibrek, Michael Barrymore, Cleltickle, Natalie, Ushria, Penis, Mighty Fighty Shushbugs, Sean Morley, Dr. Plem, Shesat, Besse, Kogan, Rovod, Marge Hazeron Collider, Kivish, Sodal, and Gullo. Those are your dwarves. If any of them stuck in your mind, then please tell me whomst should get wed.
The other thing is, weren't we asking about interbreeding species earlier?
And whether or not it's possible to make like an elf and a dwarf get married?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering whether this is our opportunity.
Are we choosing half the couple or both sides? Sure.
Both sides, I think.
Sure. That doesn't matter, Mono. A human can... I don't know if you know this, but a human can be in a relationship.
It's not been my experience.
That's great when you're actually drinking for some beer. Playing Dwarf Fortress on a Friday night, supping. What is it? A nice ale, a lager beer.
It's a Pilsner.
Dr. Pliss.
Brooklyn Pilsner. It's a crisp. It says it's a crisp lager as well, which is interesting. Oh yes, we could make animals fall in love. I think the ghost doesn't exist anymore though, because we've commemorated them.
Yeah, the ghost has actually gone. Ghosts dissipate when they receive enough memorialization, just like in real life.
Oh, I didn't realize penis and anus.
It's a bit on the nose, honestly. I don't want to
Yeah.
poo-poo. I don't want to poo-poo penis and anus. It's a little bit on the nose. I don't want to poo-poo penis and anus.
Oh, I don't want to poo-poo penis and anus.
I don't want to poo-poo penis and anus. Like if people want to
People want to poo-poo penis and anus, we're not going to stop you.
No. I'm the opposite of that. If people want to put penis and anus together, I'm going to poo-poo that, but I'm not going to stop you.
That's the last thing we want anyone to think is that we don't approve.
No, I don't approve, but I'm not going to stop you. My disapproval won't manifest as me stopping you. That's what I'm trying to say.
How do you think you would manifest your disapproval then?
What do you mean? I have, haven't
silence
I?
over the kitchen table.
I have manifested it. I said I don't approve of this. I think it's a bit on the nose.
Okay.
You've seen the full extent of my disapproval. You've seen it out in full force.
I thought that was just a statement of intent, and that you would then go on.
Oh no, that was you saw the whole thing.
That's it. It is a little harsh, I think, that they've set this up, and now it's in your mall phrases. It does feel a little unfair.
Even after Albrot said, "This is bait. This is bait."
Yeah.
He wants us to put it in there. Did you miss anything? Nah, not really. We're having a chill one. We're about to put penis and anus together.
We don't want to poo-poo that.
Not with my
To be honest,
approval.
Bruce is winning, which offers its own unique challenges.
Yes, if Bruce just wins on his own, can bigamy work? Can people be bigamists?
Yes, you can have. You can certainly have relationships outside of a marriage.
So
But,
why doesn't Bruce Forsyth marry penis and anus?
I think it's because he's a ravenous beast.
He's humanoid and he's intelligent. Okay, Bruce Forsyth. So I think
Bruce Forsyth, penis and anus.
Yeah. Just before we do this, I'm going to save in case this breaks the game. So, MorlFortress, episode 4, Bruce Penis Anus. Oh, I don't know what it means. I can't fit all the characters in there. Okay, let me remember how this works then. So, here's what happens. I always learn a new feature, put it on the wheel. It doesn't come up that week, and then by the next time, I've had 7 days to sort of not remember quite how it works.
Okay,
So there's something here called...
I've just searched it up on the DF Hack wiki, and it does have the proviso that the targets for matchmaking must be the following. Okay, so
Okay, this is important.
Here's my dream. Your dream criteria for someone to marry must be alive.
Bruce is
sane,
alive.
And
Berserk isn't.
mode.
Yeah, that's Bruce.
I think being Berserk is insane.
No, there's a different.
By definition.
No. Berserk is a different. I think insane is its own status, and Berserk is separate. What's the command? Is it matchmake?
I think it's GUI Family Matters. GUI Family hyphen.
Yeah, there we
GUI
go. Family affairs. If a unit is selected when you run it, they will be preloaded as a romantic partner. Great. Bruce Forsyth. He can become. Can he become pregnant? Oh no! Please select an adult female. Okay, Bruce is not pregnantable.
Does the SIP come in?
Okay, so the question is, can we double spouse Bruce Forsyth with penis and anus?
think so.
Okay, let me find Penis.
I think that part of the issue is we don't know what Bruce Forsyth is when he's not a were-squirrel.
Yeah, but whatever he is, he's sentient. You know, that's one thing I can say I do know.
Mm-hmm.
Selected unit of spouse.
Has it done it?
No, I'm going to read the documentation on this again. GUI Family Affairs. I just want to make sure that I'm actually doing it right. If unit is selected, there will be preloaded as a romantic partner or prospective parent. While the window is up, you can click on units on the map and assign them roles. Oh, maybe you click them on the map.
Whereas you can choose any creature from the list of the same race.
Where's Penis? Are you thinking that like it's are you thinking it's just not?
I think you select one live and then you choose from a list for the second one, and I think it only populates the list with creatures from the same.
Yeah, so it's brought up a
race.
null list, so I can't see anything. So if we were to bring this up with another dwarf, let's say Anus, and we were to do GUI Family Affairs, and then we click Spouse. No, it doesn't bring up a second list.
Oh, it should do.
Well, it's not doing it. So if I wanted Anus to marry Penis, let's just say penis. We're all adults here. But Anus is Anus and not anus, right? Have I got that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
GUI,
going to draw that line.
Family Affairs, and then that's Anus, so let's find penis. Penis is the doctor, currently having a drink. And now if I select this unit as spouse, set selected unit as spouse.
Yeah. Is it L? Add selected unit as lover.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, and then I
Maybe
select
that's
here and then spouse, then X spouses them?
Yes, because being spouse is different to being a lover.
Yeah,
That's
but I
the
don't know
next
how
stage.
to upgrade spout from lover to spouse.
Just pop the
Okay, well,
question.
can I also
Just pop
do
the
this?
question.
Can I also do this?
Yeah, L. Love,
No.
love, L for love, L for
It
love.
can't happen. It can't happen. I'm so soz. It can't happen.
That's just... Well, at least he's got that.
Bruce can't love these guys, but Anus can love Penis, and then Penis can love Anus. So that's the best I can do. I wanted to do it all three ways. I wanted the complex triangle. I wanted the triangle we all wanted. Okay, Anus loves Penis. You can see it there. So if we just find Penis and do it the other way around, then I think we're clear.
I think it's.
Is chat happy? Can you check if chat's happy? Chat, are you happy?
Chat, are you happy?
Chat, are you happy? Chat. Can we scream?
Chat.
Chat. Are you happy now? Chat.
Chat.
Are you happy? Are you happy? Is anyone happy? Is anyone happy?
Thank you for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community go from strength to strength.
Can Bruce Forsyth be equipped with a scythe? There's probably a few barriers to that. We can't, Dwarf Fortress, you can't like equip anyone with anything. And you just make suggestions into the power structure of the fortress. This guy is suspended in water, so wouldn't ever pick up an item really or tool ever because he's mad. So there's a no, I'm afraid, but for lots of reasons. Okay, Penis loves Anus. Mono's saying, can we make it a triangle? Would you like it to be a triangle?
We tried.
No, but not with Bruce, but with someone else. Who should
okay.
Penis and Anus also love in their triangle? I'm going to give you 1 minute. It's going to end in 0 minutes. Oh, right, because I messed it up. Okay, that wasn't real, but this is real. This now is real life. You're about to embark on some real life.
This love is real.
This
Right
love
now, this
is
love is
canon.
real.
the Lonely Dwarf, Clell.
I don't think they're lonely. I think they're just new in town.
What? They've only got.
They're probably still like decorating their room. They don't even have a room. Actually, we need to build rooms.
No, I think dwarves sometimes list like their wife and stuff from back home. Like it does list people who aren't in the fortress. It
Yeah, but
lists
this
all
guy's
the
new in
important.
town.
He is new
This
in
guy's
town.
Just
Yeah, I
He's not-
agree. I agree.
spawned from the stone of the mountain. So we're getting a lot of answers in here. Lonely Dwarf, Clell, Pacer Train.
There's
Chat,
still a
that's
lot
the
of
only one with
trains
quote.
in the pub. I am not confident that we can make Penis and Anus fall in love with a pacer train because we've just learnt there's these hard restrictions on species. Okay, great. Yeah, great.
Another chat.
I'm going to name one of the dwarfs
Congratulations.
Chat. Is that the way around this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make this siege engineer be called Chat. So they're named after all of you. And then GUI, Family
you've got a pet
Affairs.
Keat. Congratulations.
Yeah, you've got. Shall I read out Chat's personality? Maybe I'll do it after they've fallen in love.
Yeah.
So GUI, Family Affairs. I think Anus or Penis is around here somewhere. Oh no, not at the pub. Gotta look further afield. So there's Anus.
Lobam's there though, being gregarious.
2 lovers, and if I could just go to their relations, I should be able to find lover,
Chat.
Penis, and then Penis is also in love with Chat. There we go.
Beautiful. Love
And then if I
triangle.
go back to the pub, is that where Chat was? Chat, are you in the pub?
Yeah.
There's John Cage. There we go. Yeah, Chat is here. And yeah, should we go over Chat's personality?
I'm just noticing here, at the bottom it says, I saw a human recite and you sang crafts, exclamation mark. So I think one of the poems that's been read out but is a poem called And You Sang Crafts. They can live for up to about 300 years. They can live quite long.
I'm confused. When does the name of the thing end? Because it could be that the poem is called And You Sang Crafts, or it could be called And You Sang Crafts at the Nut of Bridges. Because this isn't the Nut of Bridges, is it? This is. Oh no, this is the Nut of
Oh, it
Bridges.
is, yeah.
The Dr. Plem refresh zone is also known as the Nut of Bridges. Okay, great. 68, how long do they live? Yeah, your average dwarf lives to about 120 or something, I think. What's your personality? You have poor focus, meager creativity, very little patience, and lousy intuition. Well, it's not my words. Not my words.
This is just the game. This is just a scientific. It's made by computers and AI, so you know it's got to be
Yeah.
real.
I didn't write this. This has just happened. Shall we see what your values? You dream of mastering a skill, and you see
you see
working hard as a foolish waste of time. Not
do you-
my
can I check-
words.
Can we check preferences? Can we see what animal Chad
Yeah.
likes?
Detest leeches.
Oh, you hate leeches. Chalk,
Um,
electrum, tourmaline, giant ibex hoof, seahorse bone, armadillo shell, and the colour dark taupe, bolts, armor stands, animal traps, giant grizzly bears for their strength, and the sound of the aquamarine of suitors.
that sounds like a group.
That sounds cool. The
Yeah,
aquamarine of suitors sounds like a boy band or something.
does sound good. One day, hopefully, we'll get invaded by them. Okay, great. So, Chat, you were in the
think it's
game. You've got a
cooked.
pet Keat. You're all hanging out. Things are
And you've got
broadly
two
going
lovers, Anus and
Yeah.
Penis. Okay, bedrooms. We need bedrooms for all our new citizens before they get mad.
well. It's already happening.
Love it.
If we go down here, you'll see that a whole new bedroom wing is slated for building.
Oh
But
yes,
there's
you've just been matchmaking for the last 17 minutes of
Yeah.
in-game universe time.
I love all these sploshed tears everywhere. You never actually see the point of crying, really, but you see where they've been. Is anyone going to move this train? Is it possible the train's too heavy to move?
Ooh. No, I think they'll try, and it'll be very, very slow. But I don't think there's anything that's like an item a dwarf can't eventually move. I think it's just not a high enough priority job.
The merchants will be leaving soon. That's fine. We've done our trading with them.
Oh, have we released the weasel?
Yes, the weasel should be
Excellent.
here. There we go. There's words and deeds. Shall I
He
put
felt
words and
free.
deeds up to be a pet? I think it would be nice if someone
Yeah.
had a pet words and deeds.
And while you're on, chop his balls off.
No, we've only got one. We don't need to chop anyone's balls off when they're all alone in the world.
Oh, interesting.
People only get their balls chopped off
Interesting.
when they're part of a community. What do you mean interesting?
Choppy when the Dachshunds come up, but when it's a little weasel, all of a
We've
sudden
only got
someone's
one
precious.
weasel. What's the point neutering one weasel on its own? It lives with a bunch of sausage dogs. One of the Dachshunds is fighting a goose again.
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, maybe we need to pen these geese up. Toot sweet.
We've got too many digging jobs going on and not enough. Make some
Start
pickaxes.
making picks.
Make me some pickaxes. And then we can dig more, which is what we really need. Let's make another metalsmiths. And we'll say
Do we
make.
not need another anvil?
Yeah, we don't ignore these bill and toys for now. That'll come back. I want an anvil. Oh, where is it?
An iron anvil. I think you have to specify the material, and the only thing we got is iron anyway.
I don't know
no.
if that's. I don't know if that's true. Actually, iron anvil. But where does that get forged? Maybe that's made in a whole different kind of workshop.
I'm pretty certain it's a metalsmith one.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it? Add new task. Well, do you know if it is, it'll get populated to this table. It'll get sent to this, and it'll just happen. Oh no, they're just making bill and toys again. I don't know. Yeah, can you look at where you make a?
Yeah, and the metalsmith's forge, and you need iron.
Oh, they're
steel,
doing
or
it. They're doing it.
adamantium.
Our manager's finally got on top of things. Okay, and once we've done that, once we've got that anvil, we'll make a second metalsmith, and then we'll make some picks, and then we've got more picks so we can dig more. Because oh boy, do we need a lot of digging doing.
I'm a little worried we've got one starving unit. Who's starving?
Oh, where does it say that?
So just behind my... Oh, no. He's had something to eat. We're all right.
Oh, lovely. Just waited
Lovely,
too long.
jubbly.
Okay, so...
Oh, Bruce is our invader as well. I'm really sorry. I'm just catching up with some stuff.
Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah, the fact it always says on the screen you have one invader, and you're like, oh, who's that? Yes, it's the were-squirrel that is still stuck in the walls. Okay, so we want this to be for finished goods, but exclusively for wooden. Oh, is there a way to specify just cages? Type. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cages?
Cages come under animals, I believe. You can specify like empty caves and
empty cages. All right, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. All in here. No, yeah, go on.
Ooh. Anaconda men.
Yeah, we don't want to meet any anaconda men. I don't want to meet any anaconda men. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this stockpile, so all the cages are going to get moved one floor down and go in here instead. And everyone's just bringing the cages over here. This means that we've got a nice open plan here. This is where our animals will live.
Ooh, is that lignite in the room as well?
Which of the many blocks are you referring to? This is...
Apologies. Is that lignite that's littering the new cage stockpile?
Oh, is it? It's bituminous coal, a little bit of lignite, one lignite here.
Brilliant. All
But
that stuff goes into...
Yeah, we've got a lignite wall.
Yeah, all that stuff can be turned into fuel for our forges.
going to have to grow this because, of course, we're making so many cages in here. We're going to need a very big room for it.
You get a lot of fuel from just one block of that, though. You get like 8 from bituminous coal, 8 blocks of like furnace fuel, and
That's
5
pretty cool.
from lignite. And it only takes 1 per.
Oh, we have our first Fey mood, I think.
Ooh.
Do you want to
Mighty
explain
Fighters.
Fey moods?
Yes. So, dwarves are by nature creatures of industry and creation. And so, periodically, they're taken over by a desire to create some great piece of artwork. Now, there's different types of this mood. Some of them can be magical in source, in which case they don't learn anything. They're just taken over by a spirit. But the thing they create has nothing to do with their preferences. Sometimes it's their own artistic muse that speaks to them. Then the thing they create is very related to their references. If they're particularly negative in their outlook on life, something dark might take over their brain to do it. But they will take over a workshop, they'll gather some materials, and they will construct an item that is far, far more valuable than any other item that you could ever create. It's like a little jackpot. However, there is a downside. If they don't get to create this item, they go mad. And they've modeled profound, lasting madness into this game.
Yeah.
So we don't particularly want to see Mighty Fighty Shushbugs be so traumatized by the inability to create whatever they want to create that they go loopy. Not least because they could try and kill people. And I think they would succeed.
Yeah, so it's in our best interest to work out exactly what Mighty Fighty wants to create and ensure that we can help them create that. It could well be they want to make something that uses materials we don't have and have no chance of getting, and that means Mighty Fighty is going to go mad. But we should do our best to ensure that it can happen.
Yeah, Mighty Fighty is a High Master bone carver, so they're most likely going to try and carve something out of bone. Because
And is that
secretive
vegan?
mood is... Well, here's the thing. No, you're using an animal product. But if you just find the bone, if the bone's just lying around...
So we
I
want
don't
to
think-
find an animal that's died of old age somewhere nearby. Is that...
Yeah, if you carved something from a fossil, is that vegan?
I'd say
Right?
yes. I'd ask Oracle, though. Oracle, is that vegan, making a hat out of a trilobite?
Oracle's just going to say the same thing they're always saying. Release the were-squirrel. Oracle,
Yeah.
the were-squirrel's in there for your own good. This is a Harambe situation. Yeah.
And what
fossils
if
is
we
vegan.
use your bones? Because you're already dead, and we won't be killing you to make
Well,
the...
the key distinction of veganism is animals can't consent to being used as products, whereas humans can.
Mm.
So human meat technically is the only meat that possibly could be vegan. And so oracle
Yes.
bones are potentially the only vegan bones to use. Yeah, oracle's fine
Well,
with it.
Well, I should also point out that Oracle's a pig.
Hmm.
At the moment, Mighty can't find the workshop they need, which actually implies... Oh, no, we don't have a... Do we have
Yeah,
a
do we need
craft?
craft dwarfs?
Do you know what?
not.
Maybe I got rid of... But do we currently even have a craft dwarf workshop? We've got an ashery, a wood furnace, soap makers. I just don't think we even have one, so let's just put one back
Yeah.
in.
And if it's not a craft dwarfs,
Craft dwarfs.
Rosanna 20,736 tipped £4. Add unvegan the
Unvegan the
dwarves to the
dwarves.
wheel.
Yeah, gladly.
Does that mean that we can't eat vegetables? To unvegan something? Or does it just mean we can eat meat?
I would not read that. I would not read that way. Unvegan the dwarves. Has that gone in? Yes, it is at the top.
Yippee.
It is the big purple one at 10%.
Yippee
oh.
wahoo. Et al.
And do you want to spin as well, Rosanna? I suppose you don't need to specify. It comes automatically with a donation of
Yeah,
that size. Thank you very much for the
whether you
donation,
want
by the
to.
way.
It's a
So
happy
we,
deal, isn't it?
yeah. All right. Oh, I obscured this catbox phrase. They called him Watchmaker Morley. Okay, yeah. Let's pull a wheel option. Oh, sorry, wheel pull, which is wool.
Well, we've got a lot of wheel options as well. We need to clean these out.
It's an interesting one.
Oh.
It's Overseer. Okay. Okay, Overseer is in.
Does that
So
mean we have to be professional now?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, because I've always struggled with that one.
I'm going to bring one of you in as a dwarf who is in charge. If you would like to be a dwarf who takes immediate control of the fortress, type !me now.
If you don't want to take control of the fortress, but you still want to actualize your own self-identity, just type me on its own.
And crucially without an exclamation mark.
No exclamation mark.
Some script is doubling up over there. Let me take a look at that. Maybe I have me. Oh, because me is also used in normal games, so it's just doubling up, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Fixed. At the moment, only Grigor Smith and Bread Santa are interested in taking charge. Oh, and Burnzoid as well. Anyone else?
Oh.
Last call. Any more for any more? Yeah, just whisper to me.
24 chat says meow.
Yeah. You reading into that, are you?
Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
cat.
What have you extrapolate? Oh, they're a cat. Yep.
They're a cat.
Yeah.
Deduction complete.
Yeah, fair enough.
I went. Here we go.
Think I've gauged interest.
It's terrified of. Oh,
Grigor Smith. Okay, I haven't rolled out this tech in a little bit. Let's hope it still works absolutely fine. Co-pilot Gregor Smith. Welcome, Gregor Smith. You have become our dwarven overseer. Can we have a little test from you? Does this work?
no. Brady has a puckish and mischievous nature, and I was terrified of what Brady would ask for.
It didn't take what Gregor just said then, which it should have done.
And I hope Brady takes that as a.
Can we try that again, Gregor?
I hope Brady takes my fear for what it is. Which is teeth
Red
chattering
Coyote
respect.
tipped £3. Ronnie Corbett Dwarf, please.
What does that say?
I have put a. I understand now. Sorry, Ronnie Corbett Dwarf, please. Yes, absolutely. Uncopilot. This is. Well, I'm glad the script probably still works, and it was just.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I've always been reading your name with an I in it. Okay, I'm just going to name one of these dwarves Ronnie Corbett, and then we'll do another spin.
Greg or something. Is there any way we can check for who's the most comedic dwarf? It's a shame.
Oh,
there is.
Not easily. No, not easily.
Hello, fellow dwarfs.
Welcome, dwarf.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll name this Animal Dissector Ronnie Corbett because I remember reading in his autobiography that he dreamed of being an animal dissector.
Really?
Yeah, he said if he wasn't a comedian,
A beloved
he would have been
comedian
an
and TV
animal
personality.
dissector. Yeah,
And what does an animal dissector do?
they just put their hands into an animal and they pull all the intestines out.
Mm-hmm. Who for? Who's asking for that?
Paid by City Hall.
The government.
Yeah.
The Bostic Corporation, headquartered in Boston.
So, Dwarf Grugra Smith, we have a number of issues plaguing the fortress. We desperately need to move some cages around. The animals are all fighting. The dwarves don't have enough bedrooms. Where do you think we should be focusing our efforts at the moment? What's your 4-year plan for this fortress?
Do we have any sort of hierarchy in the fortress?
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, so there's a tab on the planning thing called nobles and administrators.
Abolish it.
Oh, okay. So we'll
Okay.
have no more expedition leader, I think. Yeah, that's probably the quickest way to abolish that.
Yeah. So we can't. I don't think we can fire Michael Barrymore.
Yeah, we can.
I think that. Can you? Oh.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
we
just
can do
remove
that.
it. You can just remove that
What?
post. So there's no more expedition leader. There's no more militia commander, I presume, as well.
Yeah, that was just an act of necessity to get Mighty Fighty out of the way of Bruce, actually.
So we'll disband all these squads so that we can then just remove that position. I'm
Yeah, one of the-
wondering how stuck this will make us if we.
It'll make some people grumpy that they can't speak to the boss.
Oh, I
We could
can't assign and unassign without a militia, without an expedition. Do you know what else I've noticed? Do you know what
What?
else I've noticed?
What?
The ability to reassign that later is not here. Like it's not vacant. It's just gone.
Asked and answered. That's exactly what Gregor asked for. I count this
Yeah.
as a huge success.
Well, no, it's not completely because without someone in charge, I can't fire these people because you need the boss to fire the underlings. Like I've abolished one layer of hierarchy, but I can't fire middle management without the boss. And I shouldn't have sacked the bot. I should have sacked from the bottom up.
What if we just pretend they're not here?
Yeah, we'll kill them,
Where do
fling
you-
them. I'm not flinging Natalie. I'm not flinging Clell.
I mean, Natalie has an important job as well. Like some of these are just like,
Yeah, I don't want to kill the doctor.
So some of these are like, who's the fire marshal?
Yeah, yeah. Who's the
Which
first? Who's the
is-
first aid contact? No,
It's
I'm an
technically- yeah,
anarchist.
who's your-
Kill him.
Who's your safeguarding lead?
Yeah.
Like technically, yeah, it's hierarchical, but
Who's going to count all the heads in the car park when we've done a fire evac? No, sorry, that's hierarchy.
we
That's
all count-
oppressive.
in an anarchist society, everyone would count collectively.
Oh.
And then
Oh. I
Oh, brilliant.
think no, this
Do
is
we
bad.
need to evacuate the fortress?
yeah, well, now we can fire everyone else and then fire this person.
Yes, but why did Ficod Ragorb just assume a position?
I guess. Just,
Look,
just fire
Ficod's
the other.
just. I'll just sack him again, shall I? Shall I sack
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
else? I'll sack everyone else. It's going to be really
Well,
sad
no,
not to
no,
have a
no, 'cause
manager.
Those are fire marshals. Leave the fire marshals.
All right. I'll bring the fire marshals back. Chief Medical Dwarf goes back to
Abolish them.
abolish them. We've got to abolish them.
Oh,
You hear what
okay, yeah.
Grugger is saying? We've got to abolish them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been over.
No manager. This is gonna stop everything
It's-
functioning. Nothing's gonna function now.
Brilliant.
That means you can't get healed if you get hurt. We can't have automated tasks. I'm concerned. Should we find out what? Oh yeah, Mighty
know what?
probably wants this.
Do you know what I'm hearing, Sean?
Ban
I'm hearing a
Oracle.
lot of negativity about Gregor's vision, and what I'm not hearing is positivity.
You're right. I'm sorry.
What I'm not hearing is, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a bad civil servant. I'm sorry. Grugra has asked to ban Oracle. Can I just check, Grugra? Do you mean ban Oracle from the chat, or do you mean ban Oracle the pig from the fortress?
Because they, in a very meaningful way, don't exist anymore.
Because we now can't really exile people because there's no hierarchy. How do you ban, but you've also abolished all hierarchy? Also, Bin City
The pig
Rollbook
asked
has...
me to say a swear.
Oh no, they've become the leader now. Interesting.
Well, I guess you could say a swear if you want to. You're in charge. Okay, Mighty's founder workshop. Let's find out what they need to make their thing.
Thank God the arts still exist. So if you click on the workshop, it should start. You should be able to listen into what Mighty's muttering.
I think they're already working. They've got 2 pond turtle shells and a piece of
Ooh.
willow. So they've
Brilliant.
started work on something.
Now that
I think
the
technically the
management are
willow's
gone,
just part of the
we can
workshop.
focus
So
on
they've just got 2
productivity.
pond turtle shells and they're gonna stick them together.
Yeah, they're going to make the best hat anyone's ever seen.
Ringed with turtle shells. It's adorned with hanging loops of turtle shells. I'm looking
Okay.
forward to the historical record of this because dwarves make huge importance to the hiring and firing of the expedition leader and later the mayor roles.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to get a lot of is engravings of in the year 7. The Bin City Rollburt was removed from position.
Mighty Fighty Shushbugs, the surgeon, has created Aloshagat, a pond turtle shell birret. He offers it to the glitter of mother. Do we know what a birret is?
No, it must be an instrument. That's fascinating.
Let's take a look at what we've made. Because it will still be...
And
Well done, MFSB.
Gregor, is this productivity enough? Are you happy?
This is productivity. Do you want me to read out the description of the birret?
Yes,
It looks like
yes,
it's a big gong. It's a new type of gong.
New gong just dropped in the chat, everybody.
New gong just dropped. This is a pond turtle shell birret. All Craftwolf ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of pond turtle shell. On the item is an image of a 6-sided long, 6-sided prisms in pond turtle shell. The birret is a mid-sized stationary percussion instrument. It consists of an hourglass stone drum with a leather head which rests on a wooden stand. The musician strikes the head. The instrument has a 1-octave range going from a mid-high to a high pitch. Tuning is accomplished by adjusting the tension on the head. The instrument has a gentle, dull timbre. It's just a big gong made out of turtle
drum.
shell. Yeah.
I'm excited by the claim that it includes leather,
Can any of
and then
the
the list
dwarves
of
play
things that were used to
instruments?
make it is just turtle shell.
Gregor asks, can any of the
Yeah.
dwarves play instruments?
This will
Yeah,
make its
they-
way to the tavern or one of the churches if we set up any churches.
Yes, shall we find a place to put this? Gregor, where should we put this new instrument so that people can play it for the pleasure of other dwarves? We could put it in the pub so that people can hear the big drum when people are doing Nutbridge, the Nutbridge poem. Oh no,
I think
Nutbridge is the name
pub's
of the
the only-
place.
Yeah, the Nut of Bridges. I think the pub's the only place where it'll get played at the moment because we don't have a church or anything.
We could build a church just for putting a big gong in it. I mean, a big drum.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we could.
'cause it's-
We could actually assign the pub to be a church if we wanted.
We could make
24
a.
Shaz.
We need a performance
It's
hall.
the name of our group. No,
Near the pub.
Yes, it's the name of the group who settled romancing the glitter. Glitter romance.
Gregor Smith has asked that there's a performance hall near the pub. Now, we
Brilliant.
could have a little side room come off that's just the gong room.
Mm-hmm.
And we could even extend the tavern into it. And it's just this little side gong room.
Yeah, the Gong We Gone room.
The gong we gone room, yeah.
Thank you,
I'm happy to
Bones.
do that.
A grand hall for the dwarf orchestra, please.
Do you think it should be a grand hall? Do you think it should be like an austere little box with a gong, with a drum in it? Or do you want it to
I
be a
don't-
very large performance chamber?
Sean, can I take you aside for just a second?
Yeah, just whisper to me.
I'm hearing a lot of back talk to the boss.
Yeah. I'm not
So
back talk,
the boss just
clarifying
said-
questions so I can better carry out. You're right, it
Well,
was. You're right.
The boss said a grand hall for the dwarf orchestra, please. And you said, did you mean a small room?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not very good at being an underling. Yeah, you are. You've got me banged to rights. Did you mean a small room?
Did you mean by a grand hall?
All right.
Just a tiny little room.
Yeah, all right. That's me told, I
Oh,
think. Okay. Here we go. This is
There's
the grand.
no hierarchy except that Gregor is in charge. Do you know what?
And I'll make this
Greg, do you
number
know what
one
this-
priority so all the diggers come and dig it. And that'll be penance.
I think this room needs Gregor. I think this needs.
The dwarfs shall make beautiful music.
You know, I'm not gonna. Excellent direction, Gregor. I'm really enjoying this bowing and scraping. Actually, I think I found my level here.
Yeah, as a little Igor. Yes.
I think
A huge hall for the drum master.
a fine decision, master.
Oh,
think-
a beautiful auditorium for the drum, sir.
Oh, what a marvelous concept! We'll see to it at once. I
A
think-
beautiful
I think the role-
concert hall for our singular drum.
Do we have any other instruments?
The role of a co-host is very much. It's like I've not moved anywhere in the organizational structure.
Yeah.
I've simply found a new god to prostrate myself before. Do we have any other instruments? No, but we can make some. We can make some.
Can we?
Sir, we can make you the finest of instruments.
This isn't back
if you
talk,
so chose.
but making
Yeah.
instruments quite hard. Are we confident we could make instruments?
It depends, because there's some instruments that'll just be like one item. It's
You need to know the name of them as well, and it procedurally generates those. Oh, the
I am confident we can
well,
make
if you go to the
instruments.
Craft Dwarfs
Thank you, Gregor.
workshop, we can. It will give you a list of the instruments we can construct, and then when you try and construct them, it'll ping us a little message saying you don't have a this, this, and this to make that instrument.
Where do
That's
we
how
go
you
to
should
try
just-
and start making instruments?
Either the metalsmith shop or the Craft Dwarf workshop.
Okay.
Those are the two. And it depends on what the thing is made out of. I think also the stonemason shop will have some items that they can make. Wow, we got loads.
So
Ooh,
if I
look
look
at-
here and I look for instruments, I could try and forge something called a dock. DOK.
Brilliant. And then if you
Okay.
go into forge instrument pieces, it'll have some pieces of instruments we can make as well.
Yeah, I
That's
could make an Asra pipe, an Atex stick, an Elix stick, a Reeked plectrum, or a Rungak wind chest. I want
Wow.
the last two.
Very much. Yeah. I think I went to the doctor about Rungak wind chest once.
Yeah, you okay now?
Yeah, they just gave me some boss stick.
That's good. The company, like some
Mhm.
stocks.
Yeah. My mental health improved immensely when I became rich enough to survive in the world. It's amazing how that works.
I'm just going to quickly pop a jeweler in here.
Ooh.
That way we'll have a jeweler, maybe two. Because we got a lot of people, we can have some extra little economies going. Okay, I'm trying my best to build these instruments. Dr. Plem has created a masterpiece iron anvil. Thank you very much, Dr. Plem. Are we capable of making the dock? They're doing their best. It looks like we can make a dock.
Yeah, new dock just dropped.
New dock docked.
Is someone making it now? Who's making the dock? Who's in the dock?
Lerbam Storlet Moses.
Oh, Lonely Lorbam. Oh, interesting. We currently let anyone work at the metalsmiths.
Yeah, that will get
So-
fixed.
So like Lorbam just took a shot there. Lorbam's like, well, I've never made anything before, and we've never seen this instrument before.
Yeah, someone's asked me to make a dock. I'll have a go.
But based on roughly what I understand,
I'm just going to pop Lorban in a jeweler's so that they're actually put to good use because they're a gem setter. We have a couple of people that are like really hot at this stuff.
oh yeah, Xanog's really good.
So maybe they'll have a good time with that. If you've got a jewelers, they can just take finished goods like a turtle shell hat and just put a ruby into it, and then it's worth loads, and it makes the dwarves happy.
I mean, you don't need to limit it hat. You can put it on doors, beds, buckets, splints, barrels. In fact, what does tend to happen is because you usually keep barrels for your food and you trade away the other goods, over a really long time, dwarven barrels become incredibly ornate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was I doing? I'm building a massive concert hall. Yeah, they're getting on with it. Getting on with it. Takes a while to dig through stone. We've got one starving, dehydrated, or drowsy unit. That's this child. It's a Marge Hadron Collider. Thirsty and very drowsy. I mean, I don't know.
That's sad.
Should we try and get some water in here?
I don't understand why they're not.
Just go up to the well, right?
How do we make the music hall more
Do we have a
grand?
well? Do we have food?
We could try and pave the floors with silver.
In fact, do I have infinite referendum?
You might
power?
do, yeah. Exclamation mark IR. Yeah, it worked.
Nice.
Yeah, we could smooth it. We could also. There is a step above smoothing called engraving, and we could also fill it with statues as well. Let's see what our rocksmiths are up to. Nothing, because there's no manager. So nothing's happening. Let's make a bunch of bookcases, and we'll also make a lot of statues. Statues are ornate.
Gorgeous. What can we check our stocks? What metals do we have that we can add?
How can we check our stocks? No one is counting what we have. We have abolished all hierarchy. We can't set tasks. We can't check our stocks. Well, it just is what it is.
So dancing comes pretty high. There are procedurally generated dances, so
yeah, we could.
Oh, the ducks are fighting.
We could try and introduce a bunch of poets. So sometimes poets and people like that come to your fortress to live and stay and perform.
At 1.5.
Yeah, I think we've accepted one already.
At 1.5. We have my plan, right, is to say that this is an extension of the Dr. Plem refresh zone. Because that will make it the theatre bar, you know?
Yes. And that's the main way we make money as well.
But also ensure people actually come in here. Because they'll be like, it's part of the burp. And then they'll come into this giant drum
The theatre
circle.
bar is a good idea.
It'll have a dock. We're working on a dock.
All right. Shall I try and work out exactly what's in the middle? So if that is 23, oh god, that's an awkward number. Well, we'll put it at like...
No, it's 11, 11, and 1.
Yeah, but its height is 23, which you can't halve easily. But
yeah, but it gives us a square that's the exact center point. 11, 11, and 1, and that 1 is the midway.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So 11, so it's at 12, that's our midpoint, where this bit of chalk is. So if I set a piece of furniture, and that furniture is an instrument, and that instrument is Alil Geshet, the singular masterpiece of our fortress. And Gregor, what would you like to happen with the
Oh.
walls and the floors? We could build walls. We could make walls
Sure.
out of a precious material. Floors as well.
I think
Yeah.
I understand why people are thirsty. I just saw a miner who was thirsty.
Yeah.
Because the manager isn't making new drinks orders, no one's making new beer, so we'll have just drunk everything.
Yeah, they've all drunk all the ale. I actually did
And we-
spot that, and I slyly tried to get the someone did make some
stills.
stuff, but I've done it in manually now because we don't have a manager.
Okay, good. We're
Um,
good. Thank you, Sean. You're miles ahead of us.
Oh, alert! Kobolds or
We
goblins or
don't
something
need to
have
be
come.
sly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be brazen. Here's a brazen thing I could say. Cat books.
You should be
Oh,
proud of your
yeah.
drink-making work.
Thank you, Grugru. Thank you,
Greg
Grugru.
is a good boss.
That's
I'm
good.
glad
It's
that the only hierarchy we have is
a kind boss. A little bit of
I was
noblesse.
just going to say blind obedience to Gregor.
Oh yeah, and that does simplify things, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't have to think anymore. What were
Okay.
you going to say?
Well, we've got a kobold here to steal.
Yeah. He's got 2 lovers, 3 children, professional miner. I think because we discovered them, they just skedaddled, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I
shame.
think they just left. Great, honestly. No problems
problem
there.
solved.
Stray warplem. Oh,
mean,
we
it's
can
still just
plant
like-
some potatoes.
It's still just a straight run to our big hole in the ground at the moment.
Yes, we do need to sort that.
Oh wait, no.
Did the animal situation get
Gregor?
sorted?
No, I took
Gregor.
all the people who were mining out areas for the animals. They're now mining out a big concert hall for the drum. But they will do it eventually.
Hmm.
And look, the concert hall's nearly done now.
Yeah, all the miners are getting really good.
Yeah, we got a
Ooh,
little
there's
bit of
some-
drink coming in. I'm worried we don't have a good way of like replanting and making more fruit. Probably I should expand the farm on the top level. Workshops, farming, farm plot. I'll just make a little bit more farm plot so that we can.
There's a DF hack automation called Auto Farm, which will just automatically cycle through farm designations
Oh,
based on what seeds
God,
we have.
that would be so good. Okay,
But we'd need to
auto-farm.
take it to Gregor.
What
We'd
can we
really
grow?
need to.
Yeah. Gregor, am I
Um,
allowed to turn on auto farming?
Hang far, can we? Let me see if I can make a chart or something.
What, a chart of what we can grow?
Yeah, I just feel that it helped getting Gregor on board.
Also,
I will await Catbox's report.
very wise. It's so wise that you're data collecting, your policy hashing out. It's very good to see. May I ask, Gregor, now that your referendum has ended and you wish to presumably put breakdancing in, do you have any guidance for how I might implement such a policy of putting breakdancing in? I could try and get dancers. We do have a poet in called Gullo Alafuri who's currently socializing. So maybe I could try and get a dancer. Oh, we
We
have
would
a...
need 2 competing dancers.
Yeah, that's good. So at the moment, Gregor, I have a dock, which is the drum, which is sitting right in the middle of the room. We do now also have this new instrument. Oh, sorry. Got that wrong. We have Alil Shiget, which is a birut, which is a kind of drum. But we do also have a dock. And a dock is a handheld conical ball metal wind instrument with a flared bell. The musician blows through a double reed at one end. Musician selects the pitch by achieving higher and higher harmonics. So we have a
Sounds good
kind
to
of handheld wind instrument. Should I set this up next to the drum so that they can be played together? if we make a really glamorous tavern that everyone can enjoy, it will bring dancers.
Yes, pop it next to the drum for now, please.
Absolutely no problem.
It's an exciting possibility.
Needs
Right.
item, no access to item. Oh, I have a feeling that I made a mistake, that the dock, certain instruments need to be set in a position, like a big
If a
piano.
great tavern will bring dancers, then a great tavern we must build.
Oh,
Yes.
So, some of this it looks like has been chroma keyed out,
Uh-huh.
but I think you get the idea. Here's the things we can bury. Let me just scooch this to the left a little bit. Let me just scooch this to the left a little bit. We can bury treasure. We can bury bodies. We can
Yeah.
bury root vegetables, and we can bury seeds. And each of these constitutes roughly 25% of things that we could possibly bury.
We'll be talking about burying things.
We were talking about farming, but I thought,
Presumably
Yeah.
treasure and bodies
let's
will not
extrapolate
grow.
a little bit.
Yeah, I thought the
What does-
question that
what does
Gregor
that
asked was
mean?
what can we grow?
Sure.
Hello.
I'm getting big kickbacks from the body lobby.
You are.
I'm getting huge kickbacks. Don't ruin this for me.
Well, you were trying to get us to. Oh, that's enticing. What's that? Mixed seeds?
Yeah, just some mixed seeds.
Oh, that's enticing.
The
Don't
sort of thing
worry. That will sway even our boss's heart.
Does our boss have a famously unswayable heart or an easily swayable heart, do you think?
I think they're more swayable than we're supposed to think.
But you think they play it cool?
I can sense a
don't get carried away.
swayability that I know is supposed to be secret.
There's some root
Okay,
vegetables.
I've got on everyone smoothing out the concert hall.
I think I might just keep these around me, actually. I quite enjoy having these around me.
They're quite nice, yeah. I want to make you a little smaller, but it's nice you poking out the seeds.
Would you like me to make them a little... I can make them smaller.
No, I like them exactly as they are. I think that's a good amount of seeds. Well, ask Gregor. Gregor will know better than me what's
Gregor,
good.
Gregor, is this a professional and appropriate amount of seeds and root vegetables to have about my person?
Catbox, could you build a cornucopia around yourself, please?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I'm on it, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, sir.
I want to try and make
Niche.
some metal chairs because I think people would appreciate that. But I can't see our stocks. Thank you, Gregor.
Just go for it.
Copper?
Iron
Steel?
throne, copper throne. What are our ores? Because if we work off of our ores, we can assume what we have.
We can make some steel chairs and some silver chairs.
That'll be good for all the wrestling fans. The steel chair.
They would like the steel chair. Marge Hadron Collider has gone berserk.
What?
Oh,
What?
no. And then someone killed her because she went berserk. Let's just find out what happened here. So. Oh, hang on. It looks to me like the surgeon just punched Marge Hadron Collider in the upper arm. So the
What?
surgeon starts it, but the only surgeon I know that's nearby is Mighty Fighty Shushbugs, who for some reason just killed Marge Hadron Collider.
I think Marge went berserk and then Mighty Fighty,
Marge went berserk but didn't actually do anything yet. And then Mighty Fighty just started beating her up on the staircase.
Yeah. And why did this happen? Maybe it
Because
was
she was
because
thirsty.
maybe it's because we assigned her to the.
Is it because we trapped her in the Bay City Rollers
Yeah, and she couldn't get a drink.
crash?
Yeah.
Oh
couldn't leave it.
no! She spent too long in a Bay City Rollers themed crash and went mad, so that Mighty Fighting Shushbucks had to just kill her.
I mean, it does seem like a bit of an overreach from Mighty Fighty.
It's always the surgeon.
Yeah.
But you know, if we're gonna balance it out, Captain Tom did attack Mighty Fighty. There's some trauma there.
Spare
The
scalpel,
surgeon-
Spoil the child.
Bit her finger off.
And I just want to say, even though it's true that Marge Hadron Collider tried to hurt Mighty in the fight, Mighty just dodged everything. Like didn't hurt Mighty in that. Mighty didn't receive a single injury in this.
And also chose to primarily attack with teeth.
Yeah. This is brutal. Marge, F's in the chat for Marge Hadron Collider. I don't really understand why this has happened. I don't think we should put any more children in the Bay City Rollers crash.
I think we should shut down the Bay City Rollers crash.
Yeah, well, we can have it, but we just don't
can
put
we
any
set it-
children in it.
Can we set it as a tomb for Marge and then maybe wall it up?
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's bury Marge in. Well, isn't that the
Sorry.
thing that sent her mad? But I think she should be buried in there, yeah.
I mean,
And then
need
I'll
Gregor
lock
to
the
sign off
door.
on it.
Gregor,
need
what do
Gregor
you
to-
think should happen?
Yeah, Gregor, this happened. Sean,
What?
quick. Step aside again. Sean, we're
Can
not
we put
responsible
my TIE
for this.
fighter
This
bugs
happened
on
under
soft
Gregor's
foods
tenure.
only? To stop them biting people.
Like, sure, we set it up, but Gregor was in charge.
Or do you think Gregor takes the fall for this?
I think Gregor takes the fall for this. I mean, I don't know what that looks like, but
I think Gregor's the. Should we just check who was responsible via a poll?
yeah.
Who takes the fall for the infanticide?
Can we? What do we have any mechanisms to set up an inquiry?
Yeah, it's called an open poll. It's called an infinite referendum. No, an
Who's
open
the
poll.
Sue Gray of Dwarf Fortress?
Who takes the fall for the infanticide? 1, Catbox. 2, Maul. 3, Grugra. 3, Catbox and Maul. Maul and
Twice.
Grugra. Some
Uh-huh.
other combo. This poll is open so that you can add more to it. So if you think Mighty Fighty should be on there, just exclamation mark A, add it on. Grugra, anything to say during this investigation? Bread.
Right, hang on.
Bread.
And this is proper sort of ego stuff because I've orchestrated it sort of in a sort of back room Succession style.
Mm-hmm. Grugra has not chosen to defend themselves during the investigation.
Probably wise. Probably wise.
Catbox, do you have anything to say?
I have nothing to add.
I have nothing to add as well.
I tried to set this
I
right.
plead the fifth.
I see that Bread Santa's in the crosshairs here
Yeah, that's
and is
interesting.
willing to take the fall for it.
No,
Gregor, you served us valiantly as leader, but now I'm afraid you must go to The Hague. Thank you for being our leader. Unfortunately,
Thank you,
Bread.
Gregor.
I would not
Someone
let Bread
dies.
Santa take the bullet for me.
Any last words
really-
before we send you to The Hague?
I really like the idea that an overseer can be put in place until a dwarf dies. That's a
Not just any dwarf. A child was beaten to death by a surgeon.
That's true.
Something's gone wrong with society.
Please perform beautiful music in the concert hall.
Oh, Gregor just wanted to
Yeah.
support the arts.
And Gregor's legacy will be...
W-
Can I overlay a meeting hall on this and call it the
Oh, do you know
Gregor
what?
Smith Arts Foundation? Can I overlay two kind of zones on top of each other?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, you definitely
Okay.
can.
Gregor Smith Concert Hall. I call it Concert Hall, but you get the idea. Thank you, Gregor. An incredible term. Well, that's really sad. I think, well, I guess control comes back to us now. Should we just
Yeah.
bury Marge in the Bay City Rollers crash? Just, it's not what she would have wanted, but what's happening?
I mean, that's true. Maybe we should bury her somewhere open or
No, we should bury her in it and then lock
We-
the door.
forget about
Throw
it.
away the key.
We do need to
Non-canon, the whole
unforbid
thing.
her body, I think. I think
I
her
just checked;
body's
it
been-
wasn't forbidden. It wasn't forbidden.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know why it seemed to be forbidden. I think probably her glove or something is forbidden. Okay, lots of things are happening. Honestly,
Yeah, we got a little cage.
the fortress flipping from 19 people to 38 has made such a difference on how much is going on.
I do feel guilty a little bit of orchestrating Gregor's downfall here.
Was there a burrow? Yes, but the only person in it is dead, so it's non-functional.
Oh, one of our piggies have grown up.
Yeah, all of our animals keep growing up, but they don't
Oh,
stop
24
biting each other. Yeah.
24 Shaz does make a good point in that we can, in some ways, bring Marge back to life. Unlife.
Do we want to ghost Marge? Could you run a little poll for whether we ghost Marge? And I'll suspend the task of setting up her coffin. I hope it hasn't been done yet. Yeah, I'll just pause that task. Ghost Marge will cause its own problems, but it might help her have, I don't know, more interactions with the dwarves she knew but didn't like.
Emphatic nose. Gomelon, you're actually splitting the no vote there, which is quite dangerous.
I think it's when you really know no's gonna win. It's okay to split the nose. It's a flex.
I don't think that's the case. I think yes wins quite strongly.
Yeah, but what if there are more no options, even if it doesn't have that many votes? Okay, so I am very willing to honour the concert hall, but are we long term willing to honour having no hierarchy, no bosses, no chief of surgery?
Do we get a choice? Like, have they stopped electing people?
We don't have a choice about expedition leader. It looks like someone naturally gets elected to that position.
Okay,
But-
okay.
And we
I mean,
could
I think
say if we've got to
I
have
want a manager, I want
Yeah.
a doctor, I want a broker, and a bookkeeper. So
Yeah, look, we can't really survive without those things. Like the drinks aren't getting made without this. I'll make Lawbam a manager. We actually haven't got anyone with management skills. Is there anyone who'd be funny
Well,
to be
we
a
did-
manager?
that's because I just, again, that's just because I backstabbed our manager. We did have
Yeah.
a manager. Wish I hadn't done that now. Just feel silly.
This chat could be our broker. Cloud
brilliant.
Tickle is an expert record keeper. I'll make this Tanner a messenger just in case we want one. Do we want a sheriff? No one has any relevant skills, so why can't it just be Ronnie Corbett?
Okay, so I mean,
And Dr. Plem, militia commander. There we go.
how do we interpret the infinite referendum here? You know,
What do you mean?
because the winner is yes.
Yeah,
Then
do
we've
we
got
ghost
no-
Marge? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to set some rooms for the sheriff. Actually, I'm a little concerned that the sheriff Ronnie Corbett might get mad.
I don't think they'll get mad. They just won't do their job properly. Let me just assign the manager an office. And I'm not going to worry about the sheriff just yet. That's the sheriff. Where's our manager? Yeah, we need some management.
Do we not have Oh, do you know what I didn't think about?
We're really struggling
Marge's-
for drinks. Yeah, sorry, go
Marge's
on.
body is going to start smelling a bit as it rots.
Yeah.
So we need to put. Do we have a corpse room? Yes, we do. It's off the pub, of course.
We do, and look, it's already been marked. Someone's doing
Yeah,
it. It
brilliant.
just hasn't been time yet.
I'm
I'm just wondering what this says, but it's just spattered with our own blood, written out 20
Oh.
times. I can't stress enough how one-sided that fight was.
yeah.
It was just Mighty.
Marge looked at Mighty, and then Mighty went full on.
Yeah. Mighty said, "I'm a doctor, and I've diagnosed you as berserk.
With
Prepare
death."
to die." There's no evidence
treat-
apart from Mighty's testimony. Hello, Martine.
Actually, is there evidence? If we go in the justice screen,
Oh, I'm not
Does it
too
have-
familiar with justice. So if we go to justice, we
thank
didn't
you.
have a sheriff at the time. So we don't have any cases or any justice like that.
oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, maybe now if I give the sheriff an office, we might be able to do justice. Maybe the sheriff could just
Yeah.
have an office over here, and we'll work on that.
Now we have a fortress for people who love law and management.
Yeah. Oh, we've struck Tiger Iron. Oh, thank God we've got management back. We can finally just have these things work. We've got a couple of nest boxes coming in. Got some ores coming in. We've got drinks coming in. Although they're just going to sup those up in no time. It might be worth getting a secondary brewery up just while we're really low on drinks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Farming still, second still coming in with a bit of claystone.
And if we wanted to be smart as well, we could set a little stockpile next to it just for empty barrels, so that they don't have to go as far.
That's
to-
smart.
to pick
Little
up.
stockpile here. And then we're going to custom, and then we're going to... Oh, is it in furniture, or is it in...
I think it's in containers.
But containers isn't one of the higher level...
Do we have bins? Let me check. I can look.
Yeah,
this up.
what's this even in? I could search. Oh no, I can't search the high level category. Are you eating the plump helmets? Yes, but we're not generating seeds and replanting them again. I think I'm now safe to just turn auto farming on. Yes.
They're under furniture.
Okay, so we want barrel. We want
They're not there.
barrels. Here we go.
Barrels. There you go.
Okay, great. That's a stockpile just for barrels. I hope someone's making barrels. Do we have? Yeah, wooden barrels.
Yeah, we've got an automation set up.
Yeah, okay. We have the logs, but we have enough barrels right now.
Oh, we're eating all the plump helmets. And did you turn on auto farm there as well?
I haven't. Grugra, we never got around to it. Auto farm. Is that just something I turn on?
Yeah, I think you just hit auto farm and then enable, and it'll just run.
Enable auto farm. Command. Finish
around.
successfully. It didn't say
Oh,
that
no, it
in the
works.
documentation.
Love it.
Documentation suggested that I this command for some reason is this way around.
That's mad. I'm not going to complain if it starts farming all our farm stuff for us.
If you're eating the helmets, I don't think you need to. Yeah, I should process things into a bag, shouldn't I? Process plants, if possible.
No, you just cook them. You can.
Process plants into a barrel. We've got lots of barrels.
Yes, cooking plump helmets gets rid of the seeds, but brewing them is fine. So we can specify don't cook plump helmets in the stock screen.
Okay,
Somewhere around
yes. Yeah, we did that last time because we had to make the dwarves vegan, which they still are, I want to point out.
Yeah, not on stocks then. Under labours, maybe.
Yeah? Labour?
You... And
Kitchen.
then kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Brilliant.
And then we're going to find plump helmets. Let's go by name. No, name. P for plump.
P.
Don't use these for dinners.
Yeah,
No
brilliant.
plump helmets for dinner. Good.
Please stop cooking these helmets. It's a shame that we don't have the option for. They may do. They might have added it, but previously there wasn't the option for diplomacy with the pumpkin men, the plump helmet men who live in the caves.
Oh, and now you can create diplomatic relationships with the mushroom people.
I don't think so, and I would like to, but they might have. I've not gotten that far in a while.
Yeah, I never get tremendously far. I just extract enough juice and forget the Dwarf Fortress exists for another 4 months. God, all these trains keep coming into the tunnels and dying. It's really depressing. Do you remember that we have
butcher them?
Do you remember that we have this staircase down to a subterranean pool that's entirely localized to one dwarf's bedroom?
Yes, but there's no access, right? We had to dig to the side, and we never finished doing it. Should we continue?
We should try and get some dangerous stuff coming up, shouldn't we? We should try and get in trouble. Try and endanger the dwarves a bit. Oh, this one also just terminated on some air. But what we could do is just go a little bit over here. Say, keep mining. Oh, it's all wood. It's all this again.
It's all water.
Go back up.
Well, look, your original staircase is there as well.
What about if I were to staircase down from here? And then just go down and down and down, and then we'll see where we end up. I mean, I'll have to get to that once we've dug everything else out.
Yeah, once we finish building the orchestra suite.
Yeah.
Should we add wood? That's quite an orchestral material, isn't it? You end up with wood walls and wood.
We could do, yeah. But we need to make sure the colours all match. So we need to make sure of whatever we've got. The colours all need to sort of connect up.
Yeah, we can make a job for wooden blocks. And I think that you get more blocks per bit of rough.
Okay. Hello, bird. Thank you very much for the research.
Hello.
I can make some wooden blocks if we're building a giant concert hall. Wooden blocks. And I'll make sure we only do it if we have enough. But I'm going to do them like 50 at a time, because blocks is blocks, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, blocks is blocks.
Blocks is blocks these days.
This is what we're always saying.
Have you ever said blocks is blocks? That goes to chat.
Fluff Weasel tipped £4.
I think.
Please dig for danger and spin
First
that
thing
wheel.
I say is in the morning. Ooh.
Wow, I tried to add a stroke around that text to make it more visible, but look how it's gone the other way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Fluff Weasel. That £4 tip is very appreciated. Please dig for danger and spin that wheel. Wait, digging for danger is already happening.
You're
so
doing it. Spin,
wheel up.
spin.
Wheel pull.
Do you know what? It's midsummer. It's the perfect time to spin.
It's Goblin Mode. Okay, we'll let Goblin Mode play out, and that's a good way to end this episode of MorlFortress. The goblins are here. Now, how many goblins spawn? I said I put a goblin in each bedroom, but I just was about to double the amount of bedrooms. So we'll see how many bedrooms there actually are.
Catchphrases.
Whoever said blocks is blocks? If you have, oh yes, they have made some of the bedrooms. So I'll put a goblin in
Brilliant.
each one of those.
Excellent. That's what we wanted.
I'm just gonna. What's the episode of this? MorlFortress episode 4. I'll just call this pre-goblin. Just save, just in case. Just in case. I'd never save scum. But this is just in case.
You'd save by saving.
Yeah.
We'd
Doesn't make you scum just to save.
makes you prepared.
Yeah. You'd call a prepared person scum. That makes you seem unprepared. What gender
you're
goblin
going-
do you want to be invaded by?
Ooh. Do you know what? I don't really see. I don't really.
You don't see gender?
Not in my invaders, no.
No?
I think the superstructure of being an invader sort of supplants their identity.
If you were being invaded,
Yeah.
and I was give you a choice, that all the invaders could be one gender or another gender, and I'm talking any gender. You're saying, don't care. Give me just pick by random, pick a mix, can be any mix. You wouldn't have in the back of your mind one of these genders would be preferential to be invaded by.
I would like 30% more of one gender than another. But that's just the way the world works, right?
Yeah, but let's say you could choose that. You're seeing gender then, aren't you?
I could choose. Okay. If you put my hands to the fire. I think lady goblins. I think it's about time. It's about time we had a lady goblin. And you can say what you want about what the founding fathers intended. But it's about time. Let's be realistic here. It's about time.
It's time for women to come into the fortress and start smashing dwarves' heads in. It's finally happening. One vote for Lady Goblins.
Yeah.
Anything
it's
for
time.
male brutes, or is the sun finally going down on the male
it's
brute
done.
era?
It's passé. We've been there.
Yeah. There's a lot of people being like, "Look, listen, I'm not going to vote for male brutes, but I'm not going to vote against it." But what really is that one guy standing up in the courtroom? Where's that?
Isn't
American
that guy like
petty,
against
one guy
educating children?
standing up?
In that story, isn't that guy like specifically saying, "I don't think we should send kids to school"?
What story? What story?
Oh, do you know the guy in the picture? Hang fire, let me
I
find
know the picture, yeah. Oh,
Isn't
I
he
know the picture, buddy.
Isn't he?
This one
canonically-
guy's saying, "It's time for Lady Goblins," and everyone's around him being like, "Come on, male brutes." Yeah, we both got him. We know the guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Were you all thinking of this guy? Time for Lady Goblins.
right. It's about time.
Yeah, I
I
want a
just
Lady
think it's about
Goblin to
right.
go into my bedroom. And people are like, "Oh, you've made it like that, have you?
Oh.
You've made it like that. You're a pig. We want Lady Goblins so they can kill us. You're thinking for some reason they're going to kiss you. They're not going to kiss you, mate. They're here to steal and kill.
Not in a million years.
They're not going to kiss you, mate. Oh, I hope that... Sorry, mate, but no Lady Goblins are going to hear this. This is a male brute courtroom. All right, let's get these guys killed. Okay, Lady Goblins. That was
Yes, yes,
poll
yes.
was entirely just based on which goblin I pick. It makes no difference. Okay, and I said I'd put a goblin in every bedroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
God.
7, 8,
Do you know what?
9,
Do you know what I've
10,
not thought about?
11, 12. Yeah, what happens if we all die?
No. Do they spawn in with any items?
I don't know. They
Like,
look pretty
what are-
naked.
What are the optics here for? you know.
Oh, are you saying are they naked? Oh, yeah, right. I see. Well, do you know what? With the exception of Dr. Plem, who's gone to bed, these are all empty.
No one's gonna know.
Very good time for a raid.
SK, normal stuff's going on. Welcome in, raiders. This is MorlFortress. It's a democratic long play. One of the features of this is that there is a randomized wheel, which, when rolled with a donation, causes a random event to happen. The event which has just happened is Goblin mode, in which goblins are put in bedrooms. We didn't choose this. All we did is specify the gender of the goblins. That's all the agency we've got. And no, it's not weird that we chose them all to be girls.
Thank you very much for the raid, SK. I hope your stream was very nice. And of course, if any of my viewers here are not already following SK the Crusader, very good Crusader King streamer, politics YouTuber, Keir Starmer despiser, all very good traits to have. Then please do drop them a follow. We're playing Dwarf Fortress, as Catbox has just explained. We have just created a random event called Goblin Mode, and I have spawned in a female goblin into every bedroom that are now going to do a raid. Unfortunately, we've just expanded the amount of bedrooms. No one's asleep at the moment apart from Dastot. Oh, Dr. Plem. I don't know why I said Dastot for a second. I think the memory's going a bit weird. Who is our militia commander, but unfortunately they are asleep right now. No problem, SK. Have a good meal, and I hope you had a good stream. When this is quite a lot of goblins. This is actually quite a significant amount of goblins. Rovod Burden, is around. Dr. Plem is asleep. I do worry we could lose Plem here. I am worried this could be the end of Plem.
Well, I mean, we do have an option to. We can form a militia, and then I suggest we should direct the militia towards the goblin. The other thing we can do is lock the doors. If there's one thing we know how to do is lock the doors.
We could lock the doors. The dwarves won't have anywhere to sleep. Shall I ask chat if we lock the doors or not? Because if we lock the doors, Plem probably dies. I guess we don't have to lock Plem's door.
No. Yeah, we don't lock Plem's door, and we send the militia into Plem's room.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Hello, militia here. You better not have any goblins in there.
Grogro brings up a good point. Some of these bedrooms are too new to have doors. And in fact, some of the old ones I forgot to put doors in. I left doors off of 2 of the old established bedrooms as well. Open poll. Do we lock the doors? 1. Yes. No. Should I poll this, or should we just lock the doors because it's obviously one of the few ways we're not going to have lots of casualties?
Well, the goblins don't have any weapons, right? They're just punching, so it's...
And I should say, they are naked. You are right. They have nothing on them. They are fully naked. The only one who won't be naked is possibly this one, because someone dropped all their clothes on the floor. Someone's been very... Oh, do you know what's kind of funny? You can tell where Anna sleeps at a glance.
Just tears.
Because you can see all the tears on the floor from when he goes to bed and keeps crying during the night. I don't know how well you can see, but you could just see the tear splashes around his bed here.
Just the soggiest mattress in the fortress.
Just very wet.
Oh, God. And that's just going to make you sadder as well.
Is this Cock and Balls clothes? Oh, yeah, this is Cock and Balls clothes. Why did they leave all their clothes on the floor?
They probably got damaged in the cave-in.
Yeah, okay. The object's showing some wear. Yeah, I guess maybe they just got some better threads. Okay, so let's lock the doors where we can. I don't actually want the dwarves to die, you know. And I think it's fair enough that a bad thing happens, but we can still take our best shot at mitigating it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be to lock the doors of all the goblins that are behind doors.
And then I think form a squad with all our miners who will be the only people who are holding miners and woodcutters will be the only people who are holding things that you can hit with, and just send them to the dormitory.
Okay, so we're going to form like an impromptu little rabble of all the miners because you can hit people. It's better to hit people with a pick than with nothing, and they have something in their hands.
I mean, there is a small chance that we're at peace with the goblins, and this is unnecessary, and we're going to discover that in 1 millisecond of game time.
Should I do that 1 millisecond to find out if they're definitely hostile? I could do 1 millisecond of game time, like a frame.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's see. See if the number behind me. Sorry, I've got an autumnal cornucopia behind me. Let me just hide that so we can.
I advanced by 1 frame, and
Yeah.
a goblin punched Dr. Plem in the head so hard it bruised the fat in the neck while she's asleep. So instantly the goblin
So the
materializes
jury's
in the
out.
bedroom
It could have been.
and then immediately goes poof.
Wake up!
Like no reaction time, no like getting to know their surroundings. Just
these goblins-
poof in the neck. And honestly, that looks bad for Plem. Plem's still asleep. Oh no, Plem's been pure knocked out. Plem just got purely knocked out and is bleeding.
think Plem's asleep. I think Plem's just asleep.
Do you think she just slept through it?
Yeah. I think Plem's just
What,
sleeping.
punch so hard
Let her
you were
rest.
bleeding?
I'm-
That's a
I'm ble-
concussion. This is not good.
Oh, Plem's our doctor, right?
Plem's our militia commander.
Oh God. Okay, we
Plem's
need a
the
new
head of
squad.
our armed forces
Yeah.
and the head of our gigantic pub. They're the tavern
Okay.
master and leader of the military. I'm going to
Yeah,
form a squad.
Yeah, we need a new squad.
It'll be Dr.
And
Plem's squad. No uniforms.
No.
You don't
It
have
needs,
any.
it needs to be. It needs to be someone else's squad because the squad is sort of initiated by the
Right,
militia
and if she
leader.
gets knocked out by being...
Yeah, they just like hang around. No one gets the order
Yeah.
to be. So you
Okay,
need to
so
make a new.
I need to make a new
militia
captain.
and give them a squad.
Okay,
I think
militia
you can do it from
captain.
that
Okay, look at this. Who
No
has
one has
relevant
any
skills? Dr. Plem is a good leader. Who else has relevant skills? Literally no one. Well, it's going to be Penis then. I know Penis is a doctor. Someone else, please. It's going to be... Oh, Gomelon. Gomelon can fight like the
Perfect.
wind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to build a squad around Gomelon. Don't worry, Gomelon. You're extremely... Not strong, but just fast. That's enough, isn't it? These days, that's
No
enough.
uniform. And then
We got a
should be
human
based on
crossbow
them.
man. We've got these people who came here to fight monsters. We've got a human crossbow
brilliant.
man. We've got... Oh, that's it.
So this should be organized based on who's deadliest at the moment. If you
Yeah.
press capital S, it should show you their skills.
Yeah. It just has a number on the side. Oh, I see.
Okay, yeah, we just want melee effectiveness, I think.
Oh, one person has 1 hammer skill, but I just don't think that's useful because I don't think we have a hammer. Melee
No,
effectiveness. Who's just good at punching with their hands? And then we
JB
fill up from the
Smooth,
bottom.
Tough hands.
Baby Smooth will be good. Lawbam, Stint Hard. Okay, that's our squad.
Yep.
The
We set
granite
them to
doors.
active.
Can you rename this, please?
Yeah,
If
why
I
not?
just do full word question, what should we name this squad?
Now, bear in mind, this squad is specifically to rescue Dr. Plem as well.
Yeah,
So if you give him a...
we've made a little
Bad name.
squad. If you haven't seen this before, you just type exclamation mark and then a word.
Oh.
And then if any word gets 5 votes, which is 5 people say that word gets added to the name. You can probably fit about 3 words on there if they're all quite small words. And then exclamation mark lock is considered separate. And that just locks in your writing.
So the current suggestions are Gobbo, Bang, Marge, P, Piss, Gamers, Clell, Piss Gobbo, Brummy.
Okay.
Fine, let me just remove my cornucopia here because it's going to continue.
Birmingham. I could put the overlay over you so that you don't need to. So you don't need to move your cornucopia. Remember, you do need to vote for something that is already down. We can't advance until one thing gets 5 votes.
Yeah. So you need to agree on one of the following: Gobbo, Bang, Marge, P, Piss, Gamers, Clell, Piss Gobbo, Brummy, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Once again from the top: Gobbo, Bang,
Bang,
Marge,
P, Piss,
Gamers,
Clell. Oh, it's Piss?
Oh, Piss, okay.
And Piss is coming back. I mean, that's just a bit of delay there, but there's Piss is now in the lead for the second word.
Yeah, they're just going to say Piss all the time?
It might not be.
These are going to be the... Are they piss? Are they piss drinkers? Are they piss smashers? Are they piss brummies? Are they piss players? Piss play?
Piss is very close to just being re-entered as the second word.
Yeah, one more. Sorry, 24 Showers, you've already tried to vote for piss in this cycle.
Okay, is it the piss drinkers? Is it the piss brummies? Drinkers has 2 votes. Piss dwarves,
Now what-
piss pals.
What I like about this name is it might summon a nearby cat.
Yeah. Oh, piss pals is getting pretty close to victory.
Oh,
It's
piss
piss.
pals is good.
You're gonna have to lock that in now because you probably can't fit anything else in.
I feel like piss pals might have a chance.
Yeah, piss pals. Piss.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. We're done. Piss pals. Great. So the piss pals are going to try and save Dr. Plem. I'm just going to rename this the piss pals. Back to squads. We're going to get the piss pals and we're going to send them. You can make a sword. You click the sword and you say, I want you to kill this goblin. Now, what they're all going to have to do is drop what they're doing and then just run here and start making their way down to Dr. Plem.
And the other goblins will be coming at them at the same time.
I thought that, but they're locked in. So actually,
some of them aren't though. Some of them are loose.
Yeah, you're right. So they're going to come from here, right? Because they're all going to be out in the rest of the fortress. They're going to come from here. These goblins aren't going to be a threat because they're locked in their rooms. But when they come down here, these loose goblins, they'll meet the loose goblins here. This is where it's going to get difficult. Here also, they're going to meet even more goblins. So can they get around and into here and kill this goblin before Dr. Plem has been punched to death in her sleep? Those are the stakes. I'm confirming, and now we're going to... I'm going to inch forward. I'm not just going to click play because things might go a bit too fast. Okay. A bunch of people have changed their job title. Oh, Plem is up. Is Plem... Does Plem have a chance here? Let's have a look. The pacer train. Oh, one of the goblins is fighting a pacer train. Oh, one of the goblins is locked in with a baby pacer train. Oh, that's a shame. No. That's a shame. And it was a baby as well.
Maybe we can intervene on our way to pick up Plem.
What, you think we should? Or I could. This is a poll, isn't it? This is a poll.
We're gonna trolley problem a pacer train. Is that what you're telling me?
Unlock this door to attempt to save the pacer train, potentially slowing down the piss pals?
I'd love. I'm oh, the Piss Piss Pals aren't going to do anything because they're not set to duty yet. Maybe.
No,
Oh,
no,
the order
no.
will-
Their order
Right.
is to come and kill this goblin here, so that will.
As soon as they kill that goblin, Sean, they're going to
Yeah.
cease to become militia recruits, and you're going to have to turn them onto active to get them to stay as soldiers in the soldier mindset.
I think that's fine because I'll just set them to kill some of the other nearby loose
Yeah.
goblins. So I think there won't be a problem. Let's
Just-
see. While this is happening, is Dr. Plem putting up a good fight? So. No, not yet, but maybe
Well,
eventually.
Yeah, just woken up. To be fair,
I think No's
be
just
fair
going to
to her,
squeeze
she-
by. Oh no! I'm
Just-
not. This is not the disgraced militia commander, Dr. Plem. I just want to check how things are playing out. No value judgments. If I was asleep and a goblin punched me in the head, I'd die. I'd eat a cyanide pill.
what, just to deny them the
Yeah,
the
you
credit
can't
of
fire
killing
me. I
you.
quit. Okay, so what won there actually? No. All right. Sorry, Pacer, you're dead. Okay, let's just see this play out. Okay, the goblin's coming in for another whack at Plem. Many goblins are just pacing the bedroom they're in. These two goblins have immediately come out. Yeah, the loose goblins are just out. How's Plem getting along here? Dr. Plem said aloud, I must withdraw. Then got scratched, then got punched, then got punched again, and then said aloud, can it all end so quickly? This does not scare me. And then she got kicked in the foot. So I think
Wow.
the militia needs to come soon. Gomelon is
Yeah.
here. Gomelon, the speediest dwarf in the fortress, has immediately thrown their 8 crowns to the floor. This is no time to be wearing 8 crowns. They've thrown them all to the floor between Annis's tears. Oracle of Truth is hanging around and a dead train, and they're on their way. Zutan is coming. I think Zutan might be one of ours.
King, pick up your crowns.
Yeah, King Gomelon,
King,
you dropped
your
this.
8 crowns.
You dropped this, King. Plem, please be doing what? Where's Plem? Oh, there's Plem. Oh, God. Plem is pincered.
Surrounded. We didn't think about locking
Plem
Plem
is-
in, but that actually does put the numbers in Plem's favour for a bit.
Yeah, is it better to be punched by one goblin or 2 goblins? Where one goblin is punching the front of your head and another goblin is punching the back of your head. And you've only just woken up. I would say 0.2 seconds ago.
We had to do that though, because otherwise we couldn't send in the rescue squad. So I think
we could have unlocked that door when the rescue squad was outside of it.
No,
who we
I
got?
don't
We
think they
got
would have-
Zuthan,
I
we
don't
got
think they would have
Lorban.
rooted to it. I think they would have been stuck.
Oh, they wouldn't have bothered
Penis.
rooting because
Yeah, they wouldn't have seen a valid route.
Dr. Plem's blood is flooding this corridor. I have got a feeling. Gobbos are worse news. I think I was mixing up Gobbos with kobolds. Actually, Gobbos are worse news than I remember because they've
they're
got
pretty
like
tough.
yeah, they got nasty little claws, haven't they? I think Plem might die. Let's just see. She was stunned. She's been knocked unconscious. Oh God! The
don't- look, they
goblins
don't-
are just punching her in the head over
They
and
don't
over and
have-
over again.
I think we might have a bit of a chance.
You think
Gomo's
so?
coming.
She's on the floor, and 2 goblins are just
what was that purple?
punching her in the head.
Oh.
They're just punching her in the head.
Look, I trust in Dr. Plem's tough cranium.
I don't
You
think
know?
even if Dr. Plem survives, she won't be the same person. She won't be a happy-go-lucky self hanging out in the Dr. Plem refresh zone. It's going to become the Dr. Plem Memorial refresh zone.
Oh, look at Gomo booking it, though.
Oh no, they've hit their first goblin, so the slowdown has begun. Oh, a goblin has moved aside to let them pass? Punched a goblin out of the way?
Check the log. Check the log. What did Gomo do?
I don't think Gomo's met yet. It's Zuthan and Lorbam have gone ahead.
Uh-huh.
But it looks like the recruits are winning. The recruits are beating up the Gobbo. They're just punching him and he's scattering around. And if you could just... Oh, and then Penis is coming in from behind. The Gobbo's covered in blood.
That's a lot of blood.
It's going well. It's going well.
Oh, God.
Gobbo dead. One Gobbo dead. One Gobbo dead. Unfortunately, there are 4 more Gobbos to get through. Maybe 5 before Plem's out of the way.
The winner was Lady Gobbo in your room waiting to strike.
Zuthan has gone into an enraged mode. There are 5 Gobbos in the Plem corridor. You're absolutely right. At the moment, there's nothing more we can do than what is currently happening. The Pacer train has been killed, as you've decided. Gomo, what are you
Bulldog.
doing? There's just a bulldog hanging around. Okay, next Gobbo about to be engaged. I think that Gobbo got punched out of the way. What happens when you become enraged? Do you get like a stat boost? Do you become better at fighting because you're mad angry?
Yes, they get a stat boost, but then they aggro on any visible, like, nearby goblin.
Okay. Let's just check what's going on. How's Plem getting on? They're just 3 goblins are punching her in the head. Yeah, it's just,
no.
it's just, nothing is changing. I think the depths of her wounds are probably getting worse.
Hangfire, can we just check how many crowns that Dr. Plem's wearing, if any?
No oh, hang on. Let me just look underneath this coating of...
No crowns.
There's just coatings of blood. These are all coatings of blood. And no crowns below. She's got blood in her mouth, blood in her tongue, blood on her left cheek, blood on her right cheek, blood on her left eyelid,
toe, blood on her
right
toe.
eyelid. Yeah, blood on every single toe of both feet, blood on every single finger of both hands, blood in the throat, blood on the nose. Yeah, no crowns. Maybe you take them off when you go to bed.
I would.
You are a fast dwarf, Gomo. I honestly thought you'd just whiz up and be the first in combat. I don't think you aren't fast. I think for some reason you just didn't come straight away.
Far away, yeah.
I think you might be hauling dolomite while you go.
For God's sakes.
Gomo, why are you bringing it? That's why you're so slow. You're carrying a big chunk of dolomite with you.
But here's the thing. The dolomite will be a helpful weapon.
Oh, what? You think they're going to wield it?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen a dwarf decapitate a goblin with a sock.
Oh, Lorbam is actually quite close.
Yes. Lorbam's in there.
Is Lorbam winning, though? Lorbam's gotten very angry.
Okay.
Lorbam's currently vomiting.
That's probably an aggressive vomit. It's probably...
You're right. Get rid of the dead weight, so I can focus on the fight.
I think
Don't bother digesting.
You need to expand the kill selection to all of the goblins in that corridor so that they don't... Like, literally every tick is going to count in saving Dr. Plem. And if they have to, like, reassign themselves... Yeah, just keep selecting.
Hopefully, me clicking on this, they'll understand I only mean the goblin. I don't also mean Dr. Plem. What do you think? Yeah, they wouldn't just be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm supposed to kill Dr. Plem as well. No, just the goblin.
No. I think you can only select hostile things. I think you're
Yeah,
fine.
you can't be like, kill Dr. Plem. And it says here, kill goblins. It doesn't say kill goblins and then kill Dr. Plem. So I think we might be all right. This is tense, huh?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this at the close of the stream.
Lorbam's still vomiting.
Who's terrified while in conflict, afraid while in conflict? But Lorbam's getting stuck in. Can we
No,
check on the dwarf
Lorbam's
that's in-
getting absolutely
Oh.
knocked about. Lorbam's having not a great time of it. Yeah,
Punches the
he
prick in the
did.
right ear.
Yeah, they're just punching him in the head. He did punch back though. He's still punching back, but he is getting punched in the head by a lot of gobbos. Where the hell is everyone? Penis is finally here. I don't know what you've been doing, hanging out with a bulldog. JB Smooth has come. Oh, at least I suppose. Oh yeah, of course you've got strong hands from smoothing. Gommo, what are you? Gommo,
Gomo's still back.
I've
there.
got a stupid. I've got a.
still back there.
No, I don't. Why is Gommo hauling? Shouldn't you like finish off, like drop your hauling items? Oh no. I think Lorbam's being owned, and now there's too many gobbos between Plem and
Is this
everyone
the po-
else.
Is this the point where we set up another squad and send them in? Because by the time they arrive,
Well, this is too corridory, right? It's all gone a bit old boy. Like, okay, you've got this big line of dwarves here trying to get through to the goblins, and you're like, how do I solve this? How about the line snakes around the corridor further? It's not
Well,
the
you can
quantity of dwarves. There's enough dwarves here to win this fight.
w-
It's just that they're over there, they're holding stone, and it's too narrow. They can't get through.
I genuinely don't think we've got enough goblin dwarves to win this fight.
All right,
if
I'll create a
they- if
secondary
it stretches
squad.
out.
Who's the new commander going to be? Just random dwarves, isn't it now?
Yeah,
There's no picking for skill. You're just random dwarves sent
This is
off. It's like the
conscription,
Crusades. Yeah. Sorry, I've hidden a little coin at the bottom of your tankard of mulberry ale. Bim, you're a good carpenter. Create a new
And you got a
squad.
crown.
It's all around Bim. There's no uniform because we can't outfit you with anything. And your people are, you're in the Piss Piss Pals. Cock and Balls, get stuck in. Enos is already in the Piss Piss Pals. Anus,
Why is
though,
the
isn't.
human crossbowman not in?
They're in the Piss Piss Pals. They're in position
they're in
one
the
of the Piss Piss
I'm
Pals.
sorry.
Clell Tickle can come. I'm not going to risk Natalie because you'll be needed after the fight. Same with
we-
Michael Barrym and Mighty Fighty. Even though you've proved you could kill a child, I am going to leave you to one side. I'm not going to put Dr. Plem in. That would be a mistake.
Sean,
Kogan.
I just saw you go over. Sean, I just saw you
What?
go over your name.
I don't want to.
Sean M. Orley.
All right, I'm in. Cadol. Who else we got? Chat could get involved.
Yeah, chat, get in there. How many more we got? I think that's
Udang.
it.
Now we're done. Okay, what should we name this squad?
Piss enemies.
Name the auxiliary. How do you spell auxiliary? I'll put second squad. Works just like before. What should we name the second squad? Exclamation mark followed by a word. That word needs to get at least 5 votes to be entered. And then when you are done entering words, God, is it this time already? All right, maybe we need to wrap this up.
Yeah. The squad name can be finished later. Like, I'd love some resolution to this. Just to know whether Dr. Plem survives, you know?
Oh, it's going to be the poo poo
Yeah, it's-
pals. Look, if it's
Yeah,
all
it's
right
poo-poo
with
pals.
you, do you mind if we just use our scrying pool to see the future and be like, this is the poo poo pals? Like, we can all see the writing on it's the poo poo pals, isn't it?
We've activated Ultra Instinct, and all it shows
Yeah.
us is
Yeah, we can see in a deterministic universe exactly where every atom will be in 5 minutes' time. So let's just cut to the chase. This is the Poo Poo Pals. And that's good. We know who's who. It's easy to distinguish them. They've got their own characteristics. Poo Poo Pals. So I'm just sending them and I'm just saying, kill all these gobbos.
Yes.
Do you know, a quicker thing I could do is just send
I
them
think you
like...
can box select.
Well, I was just going to say, just assign a patrol order. Just be like,
Oh,
just
that's a good
go
idea,
over
yeah.
here, you know? Just go from over here to over here. And if you do that and attack any enemies on the way, you'll save Dr. Plem's life.
If you go to the old boy corridor and you go from the left to the right,
Yeah, they should be coming now. Okay, one goblin has been punched so hard that the goblin is vomiting. But it's nice to see that go the other way. Oh, I don't think Plem's going to make it. I'm not even sure if Lorbam's going to make it. Like, his teeth
feel
are on the
like-
floor. He's got five of his teeth on the floor here.
I feel like he's going to struggle making friends without the ability to speak. Look, Goblin's running away. Lorbam's winning.
Yeah, this goblin
Oh,
is
look at that
tired,
blood
pale, and
splat.
bleeding. Yeah, that's good. That goblin just got hoyed against a beautiful custard apple wood bed.
With a single tooth
Oh.
on it. Like, the tooth fairy's here.
Where did this hematite come from? Did someone just throw hematite at the goblin?
Was it not in the room?
These were some
Maybe.
beautiful rooms. I don't know
Check
about
the
hematite.
combat log. With
What,
Lorbam.
through hematite? Lorbam. Oh, it's a wrestler. Wrestler attacks the goblin. The wrestler punches the goblin in the left lower leg with his right hand, bruising the skin.
Yeah, Lorbam's getting into it. Lorbam is
Yeah.
not just
Lorbam's
a recruit.
upgraded.
Lorbam's got enough skill at wrestling to be a wrestler.
Okay, unfortunately, there's just so many fights that need to be concluded before, like...
Yeah.
Oh. Lorbam. Oh, a different Lorbam. We've got two Lorbams. A different Lorbam is entering the fray. Oh,
Another goblin down.
Dr. Plem is dead.
Oh. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
This is the one thing we were trying to stop happening.
Well, I think that's it for this episode.
Yep, save here. Come back here next time.
Crack opener, yes. Dr. Burns like Clem. perfect timing. It's
Yeah.
got that taste that you just won't forget.
Yeah, it does actually fall to us, and we'll have to have an inquiry next episode.
Where did this all go wrong?
Last episode ended so positively. We
Yeah.
set fire to a dwarf and we said, "Please come here, Joanna Lumley." Now we've got an old boy corridor with a dead doctor.
Yeah. And it is an old boy corridor. Gomelon running through it, swinging at 7 goblins with a single piece of dolomite. After being
Teeth.
trapped in a room for 10 years. Who donated for this wheel spin? Yeah, shall I ban him?
You can't choose. You can't necessarily choose.
Oh, welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Miss Artemis134. A shout out. We've occasionally raided Artemis after our own Friday evening Dwarf Fortress streams.
a good time.
Artemis, you can probably extrapolate from what you're seeing on screen why our streamers went a little later than usual.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were having quite a bad goblin raid in the dwarven bedrooms. How is your fortress going? Is everything going okay over there? Yeah, pretty sad. We just lost a good friend. We just lost
You
a
just ghost him. Actually, we
Yeah.
can just ghost Dr. Pleb.
I don't know how well it helps. What do you mean? What we miss them and they die? They're dead. We miss them. Let's have them return as a ghost.
Yeah. I don't understand why dwarves aren't happy when they see their friends as ghosts.
Because the ghosts are doing mischief. It shows that the soul is not moved on. I don't know. I don't want to
Okay, yeah.
ghost my
Unfinished
friends and
business,
relatives.
I didn't punch the dwarf heart. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, look, the dwarf, the dead goblin numbers are increasing. We are slowly winning.
That's something. Thank you for the follow, Amber Dragon. Unfortunately,
wow.
you've raided just at the very tail end. We embarked on a very thank you for the follow, Artemis. You're bringing lava to the surface. That is an endeavor and a half.
Just writing that down. Just taking a note.
Yeah, something for us to think about, maybe.
Yeah.
Our biggest problem currently is that we have this never-ending were-squirrel that's never changing back into a dwarf form that we have trapped in water pressure that we've made from diverting a river into this little room off the side of a tavern. But if ever these doors break or anything happens, 2 have already been broken open. But if ever the last 3 go, not only will the fortress flood, but this were-squirrel has shown it can kill a dwarf in 2 swipes. Did you say there's a wrestler dwarf? Yes, Lorbam, who was last seen vomiting in a bedroom, is a novice wrestler. They're not very skilled. None of our dwarves are really fighters, which is a shame because their bedrooms are full of goblins.
I mean, do we leave this episode in media res, or do we let the fight play out? Sure.
No, we leave it in media res, and we are going to have to come back to it in 1 week's time. Episode 5 will start up with trying to resolve the
Rosanna
goblin bedroom.
20,736 tipped £3. I'll be vomiting wrestler dwarf, please.
And you've also triggered a wheel spin as well.
Shall
Bread.
we? I'll make a note. Is that okay with you, Rosanna? I'll make a note of the wheel spin, and we'll start with the spin next episode. Because we won't have time to make your thing happen now. Are you making a note, TB?
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
One Rosanna spin.
Oh,
we
and I
can
should
rename Wrestling Lorbam while we're here.
Yeah.
That just takes 2 ticks. So here's your dwarf, Rosanna.
Yeah,
Unconscious, exhausted, winded, heavy bleeding, seriously injured.
They will be the next to die. But next week, we will start the quest to save Rosanna. Dr. Pleb didn't make it, but will Rosanna help? Don't forget to dig for danger. Oh, we are digging for danger. It's listed. The command telling them to dig further down is active, but of course that involves getting to this bedroom that's locked, so it can't happen right now. But it will happen.
There is a
automatically.
goblin in that staircase.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a goblin that's now currently navigating those tunnels. I don't know exactly where they are. Oh, there they are. They have fallen out of the hole. They are mid-fall.
Well, you know what? There's one. That's one that we don't have to worry about.
They've fallen out of the hole.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Well, I'm glad we do have some danger now. I need to resave that again because we've renamed Rosanna's dwarf, and I don't want to forget about that next time. That is the end of the episode. Thank you again for the raid, Artemis. But we will also be ending the stream and raiding on.
Huge thanks to Gregor Smith, our part-time overseer.
And of course, huge thanks to Catbox for being a part of the stream. Why not follow their channel so that you can see them?
And of course, thank you so much for joining us on this mad adventure, chatting and donating and spinning and causing all this wonderful chaos.
Yeah. More again this time next week. Thank you very much for the follow, Obitruck or Obitru. We will be back then. I'll be back tomorrow evening where I'll be doing a Halloween stream of the A Quiet Place game. We'll see just how that is.
You're a big fan.
Am I a big fan of John Krasinski's A Quiet Place B-movie film franchise?
Yeah, you're a big
Yes.
fan of John Krasinski's
I am big
Quiet
fan.
Place
I
B
am
movie
big
franchise.
fan, yeah.
Do you know what? I thought that. When I looked at you, I thought,
Yeah, he big fan.
he big fan.
You big fan. Well, I hope you'll get to experience some democracy with us in future Obi Truck. Hope I'm saying your name right. But in the meantime, this stream has gone on slightly longer than it ought to have done, and me and Catbox are due a little bit of bed and a little bit of rest. So thank you all for watching. Thank you very much for the donations, follows, subscriptions, etc. Always appreciated. And we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, friends. Could say. Catbox.
You should be proud of
yeah.
your drink making work.
Thank you, Grugru. Thank you,
Greg is
Grugru.
a good boss.
That's
I'm
good.
glad
It's
that the only hierarchy we have is
a kind boss. A little bit of
I was
noblesse.
just gonna say blind obedience to Gregor.
Oh, yeah. And that does simplify things, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't have to think anymore. What
Okay.
were you gonna say?
One of the
Imagine some
Dachshunds
sort of
is
Drake
ill.
dog vendetta. It's developed.
Well, if someone's in the middle of the fight and I tell one of the people in the fight you are free to leave, I think they might continue the fight.
I've heard of Drake beef, but this is getting ridiculous.
That's really good. That's